We back live in the dungeon. This your boy Doc Holiday, and I'm trying to wait for the co-host to come on here. Miss Timona, Shelovesthee. But y'all come on in, step in, wipe your feet, like the stream. Make sure that you comment, share. Most of all, subscribe to the channel, to both channels. Make sure that you hit that notification bell to get everything HBCU Overdrive or everything Shelovesthee. But let's see if we co-host coming in. What's going on? What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Dr. Sabrina, how you doing? Yeah, we are early, early, early. Got Uncle Said. It's a happy Saturday, as always. Oh yeah, we're gonna get into some football. We're gonna get into some football. What's good? What's good, Lauderdale? What's happening? We're gonna get into some football. But see if my homie coming in here and this board coming on here. We got 44 people combined in both on both channels. That's in right now. Take a look, see what we got right now. All right, Mr. Quay, how you doing? How you doing? Oh yeah, yeah. Everybody coming in, coming in. Make sure we coming in. Go ahead, tap in where you're from and what school you claim. Tap in where you're from and what school you claim. Uh, we gonna get into some things first before we do that. Uh, yes, sir. ASU, DJ 85, checking from Southbound as always, checking from the ATL, JSU. First time listening, man. Hey, we appreciate you. We got Mike Gatherings, Raleigh, North Carolina. And you and me at country. That's all right, though. That's all right, though. You represent Jackson State. Jay White, as always, Alabama A&M. You're just Jacktown Jew right here, Jackson State. Yeah, we got everybody coming in. We got everybody coming in, coming in, coming in. But you know what I mean, man. You know what I mean. You know what I mean. I know it's CIAA territory, but shoot, you still got some MEAC. You still got some schools from the MEAC up in there. What's going on, bro? The one up in here, Jackson State, Chris Dukes. Modest as always. How you doing? Mr. Price, down there in Killeen. You down there in K-Town. K-Town, Killeen, Texas. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Uncle said he Callaway through and through. And make sure everybody coming in. 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 What it do? What it do, man? What it do? What it do? What it do? Boy, Craig Hall up in here from the third ward. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm here, and all the people coming in. Alvin, Mr. Matthew, you down there in Beaumont, PAT, Port Arthur, 409. Mr. Franklin, what's going on? What's going on, man? You driving? I can hear your car going up in there.
Yes, I'm in Charlotte. My son is turning 6 tomorrow. Well,
Oh, oh yeah.
so I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off, trying to get this Spider-Man stuff together.
Got the head straight, straight. Yeah.
Yep,
What's your son's name? Braxton.
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 Braxton. Tell
Yeah.
Braxton for tomorrow. Tell
Am
him
I?
happy birthday. No, you good.
Okay.
Tell Braxton tomorrow happy birthday for tomorrow, turning 6.
Thank you. He's actually not with me, so.
Hey, but still though, still with
Yeah, I'm
maybe
gonna
you
let him
get with him.
know that everybody came from the podcast and wished him a happy birthday. Ooh.
Yes, sir. Hey, everybody, everybody put a happy birthday in the chat. Let's put happy birthday in the chat for Lil Braxton, turning 6. Let's get a happy birthday. Let's get a happy birthday thread for Braxton. Mm.
Um, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. I can hear you.
Your voice sounds like. Thank you, everybody, for the birthday wishes. That's so sweet.
All right. All right. Wow. While my co-host out there, she driving like a chicken with head cut off. Let's get to gotta get our brand, our sponsorship with the commercial. Be right back. HBCU Overdrive is proudly sponsored by WeWorkForEverything.org. At WeWorkForEverything.org, this is for those who are trying to build for a dream with their latest hoodies, t-shirts, long sleeve shirts, and accessories and more. You can have it all here at a reasonable price. Black owned and operated out of the great state of New York. Like I said, get suited and booted. Check it out at WeWorkForEverything.org. Peace. Oh yeah, I mean,
You got me now.
got
Can
you
you
now.
hear me?
We can
Okay,
hear you
cool.
now.
Okay,
See,
cool.
you got. Let's see. Everybody's done gave Braxton a happy birthday. Mr. Jones, he said live from Funky Town, Fort Worth, Texas. Fort Worth,
Okay.
Texas in the building. 817.
Nationwide with it.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. And it's JSU all day, every day.
So
Anybody?
today they had the Metro Charlotte, um, Mississippi, well, the Jackson State alumni chapter for Metro Charlotte had their fundraiser
All right.
for Mississippi Catfish fundraiser with catfish. No, it wasn't catfish. Was it catfish? I think it was just fish and spaghetti. But anyways, it was good.
That's
Great
good.
fellowshipping.
That's
Yeah,
good.
great fellowshipping with other alums. So that was what I was doing today. What about you?
Well,
Working?
working.
Yeah.
being at work. Um, kind of slow today. It was kind of slow. Rangers had a game today at 3 o'clock. Destroyed Seattle Mariners. I think it was like 18-3 the last time I checked. So most of everybody was at the game, at that game,
Mm.
and just it was just slow. So pretty much going around and making sure uh everything is just folded nice, and just making sure the shop looked nice and all the good stuff going around. So I'm always working. If it ain't here, if it ain't at the store, it's right here in front of the camera. Let's see who else we got up in here. Chris Dubb, what's happening? You down over in Midtown in Dallas. But yeah, it's we got some things to talk about. So I hope everybody's ready. I hope everybody's pumped up. And I want people to come on in and give us your 2 cents, because we could do a lot of talking, but we want to hear from y'all. We want to hear from y'all. Still on there, T? I think we lost her. Make sure everything's good. So give a but anyway, we're gonna make sure everybody jump on, you know what I'm saying? Give us a 2 cents. So I got my boy Hoop Jargon up in here as always. Salute to my brother. Salute to my brother. Yes, sir. Hey man, this cool. This cool. You catch me late, man. Shoot. I got off of work around about 7 o'clock. Got here about 7:25. Chill for a second, then just jump on right here. What's good, Juwan? What's good, man? We are up in here, man. We got our vets. We need our vets up in here. We need our HB. We need our OverDrive vets up in here, man. The ones that was down with the show when I was only had 4 people in the chat. But yeah, we're gonna get to these meat. We're gonna get to the meat and potatoes about this, man. So first of all, last night, as always, the missus is on. Support, support, support. Make sure y'all go ahead and speak to the missus. So she basically in the other room. She's in the other room listening. So she don't like sitting in here when I'm actually live, but she does listen to the show. She want to make sure everything is cool, because if we got any kind of problem, she will jump up on your ass and she will delete you. Got my boy Lowe's Trophy Chasers. Make sure y'all hit them up, man. They got good merchandise over there. Uh, Sponsoring my boy Andrew Body. Sponsoring Andrew Body over there at Texas Southern University. All right, she back. She back. Can you hear me? Mr. Hardy is always in here. Is always up. Good seeing you. Granny Ann is good. How you doing? Contrarian, you my boy, but I ain't ready for no tomahawk chop. We not gonna if it ain't if Florida State, I ain't doing no tomahawk chop. We ain't doing no chopping down here. Only thing we doing is chopping wood. That's it. All we do is chopping wood. So what else is going on? Hey, you are you doing summer school today? This year, Simona? I think she still can't hear me. Still can't hear me. Anyway, look, let's go ahead and get this thing going. Let's go ahead and get it started. Man, look, y'all already see, y'all see the title. Jackson State this, Jackson State that, and everybody else. Jackson State this, Jackson State that, and everybody else. I can't hear you. Yeah. So Jackson State this, Jackson State that, and everybody else. So man, look, if you did check out HBCU Nightly on Twitter last night, it was a good thing because all we was doing was talking ball. We was talking ball. I had to say this. The hate is real, y'all. The hate, the pure hate for Jackson State is real. And let me tell you why it's real. Let me tell you why it's real. Everybody wants to be us. They want to be like us. They want to be in the presence of greatness. That's how I tell you the hate is real. That's how I can tell you the hate is real. The hate is real, everybody. So I say it like this. We went down the line. You know, we all had this is and like I said, if you listen to the space last night, it was an interesting space, even though we kind of got crazy with some of the predictions. But if you listen to the space, uh we kind of got an over and under how many wins each school would get. So we really read through 9 out of the 12 SWAC schools. We went through the MEAC schools. We also went through, I think, Tennessee State and North Carolina A&T. So we went through those. We went through those right there. And let me tell y'all, they was like, they got to Jackson State. They said over and under seven, 7.5 wins. Over under 7.5 wins for this season. All right. Now, mind you, we are, we are the reigning, defendant, undisputed heavyweight champ of the SWAC. And what I mean by that is we are the defending conference champions, SWAC champions, um, regular season, and in the SWAC championship game. So, yeah. And then those, yes, the disrespect, and I'm gonna tell this: the disrespect of Texas Southern, I didn't like that. Now now y'all know me. I'm a Jackson State. I'm JSU through and through. But because I'm from Texas, I'm a ride for my teams that's in Texas. Adrian, don't get blocked. You're doing good, but don't get blocked. All right. So that the disrespect for Texas Southern, the disrespect for Prairie View, I did not like that. Now, where I where I kind of laughed at I laughed my ass off on this, where they said that Alcorn, they made it, Alcorn was going to win the West. Alcorn was going to be 10-1 for this season. Now, don't get me wrong. Don't get it wrong. Don't get it twisted. Fred McNair is that dude. But going 10-1 in the West, in the wide open West, I don't see that happen.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. I
Because God knew. God knew not to allow me to be able to speak during that time that you proceeded to tell us about what y'all was talking about. God knew. He knows all, he sees all, and he hears all. And he said, you know what? If Shelovesthee is able to speak while he explains HBCU Nightly's predictions on the SWAC and the MEAC, he knew that it was not going to be any good. And that's why he silenced me during that time frame.
okay, so this is what I said. I'm gonna pull up Alcorn schedule now. Remember, go back because I actually did a schedule breakdown for Alcorn. I actually did a schedule breakdown for Alcorn. Y'all go back. You can remember that. I did a schedule breakdown for Alcorn. All right. Listen to what I said during that schedule breakdown. Okay. Now, everything, like I said, but this is before spring season had even started. Everything changed after the spring game. Everything has changed after the spring game because, like I said,
Are we talking about Alcorn that lost their defensive coordinator and their DB's coach to Jackson State?
well, he wasn't the defensive coordinator; he was the D line coach, but he's our
Okay,
defensive coordinator.
right. So they
Right.
lost two of their coaches. Mm.
But I laugh. I laugh. So
I
I'm
feel
going.
like because I didn't actually listen to the actual space, I mean, I know that um, those types of spaces, when it comes to Jackson State, they're extremely biased. And they'll say, oh, JSU fans, they're emotional, or I played football, so I know more than you, or I played in college, or I'm a coach, so I know more than you. I'm going to just put it like this: the different types of like predictions and stuff are basically because after Dion left, they thought that Jackson State would crumble. And even though we have the number one HBC recruiting class and number two overall in the FCS, and we already have some of our key players who actually had really good games last year, even though we still have those particular pieces on our roster, we have to hear daily about how we're going to fall apart. And
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
And
But
my
see,
thing is
but
this:
see,
a lot of
this.
y'all was bad. A lot of the teams that we were defeating, they were bad in several different places, and they didn't have anybody going to the portal. If anything, anybody who was under 500, cough cough Gremlin, they should have been having a severe exodus of players to the transfer portal. You over here talking about Jackson State. There's some of these teams y'all needed a large turnover too. Like ours was people graduating and people transferring out, but yours is your team was bad last year and you're not sending these kids to the transfer portal and you're not making changes. You're thinking it's just going to get better on a whim and a prayer and a hope that it's going to get better. What I just don't want to happen to North Carolina Central is the same thing that happened to South Carolina State, where they were talking all this mess about Jackson State. We're the champs, and then the next season was an abysmal season, 3-8.
Right. So now I'm a.
Oh hell, Coach Green.
I got Coach Green though. I got Coach Green. What's up, Coach Green? What's going on, Coach Green? Uh-oh. Can you hear me?
God knows all, sees all, and hears all.
What's up, man? What's up? What's up?
Hey,
Now, D Love.
we talk football because it was kind of slanted last night. You already know because there's some things I really want to say, but
I don't think it was kind of. I want to say it was actually fair. It was actually fair because at the end of the day, everybody had I say it was fair because everybody on there had an opinion, and that's how the records came out. Shoot, y'all had a decent record. Y'all was like 83 at one point.
Were they actually able to speak without being silenced and interrupted, or kicked out, whatever they felt like, or
D Love. You know why you get silenced at times. You know the reason why.
No, there's no reason.
You know why they silence you at times?
Oh, there was not no time. It was one time, and
it was just one time.
That's what I'm saying. You know why they silenced you at that time? It was a reason why he did it.
Because they didn't like what I was saying.
No. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to necessarily say that.
I just
because
asked, was everybody able to get out what they felt the season was going
everybody was able to get out what they, when we are the times when we had to do a breakdown, like when everything was like even and nobody could decide, and everybody we start breaking it down.
What they break down about egg drop and Dooley? What they break down about that?
About who?
Egg drop Dooley.
Oh my God! Really, girl? Really?
That's his name.
Really, girl?
Dooley. What they break down? What they break down
So
about him?
you out here giving out you want me to start giving out nicknames too? Because I'm good at that.
Please don't get us started, man. You know, man.
You don't want to give out nicknames.
New Orleans, man. Hey, man. So I'm about to pull up the schedule.
But for real, I felt like it was fair because at the end of the day, nobody really knows how the season gonna go at the end of the day.
And remember, I said last night that this is a way too early prediction. So
too early.
It's way too early. So we don't know how this is gonna play out. Now
we don't.
Last year, this past season, preseason, they had South Carolina State like, oh, this is the team. They're gonna repeat back to the Celebration Bowl. And the thing with playing like Power 5 schools or just playing out of conference and just saying, oh, we're gonna win our division. Oh, we're gonna win our division. You don't really have a grasp on what you actually have, because if you're going against Power 5 teams, you're going to discount and say, oh, we're playing like this just because it's a Power 5.
Whoa. Come on now.
That's what happened to South Carolina.
No. That's you gotta like look on South Carolina State history. You gotta go back. Because number one, South Carolina State, and look, Doc would tell you, South Carolina State always scheduled the way they've been scheduling.
They always.
And
hold up. And as the season go on, they get their teeth kicked in, but as the season go on, they get better and better. And then next thing you know, they in contention for the conference. Last year, it just wait. Look, and then the thing about last year, this is the first time it didn't work out like that for them in a long time. It's the first time it did not work out for them. But South Carolina got a great track record. Buddy Pugh got a great track record. So there's no denying that.
That's literally what I said is South Carolina State was playing Power 5 teams, and they thought that they were going to come to their division and just run it over. And they got their teeth kicked in their division as well, because they were not able to gauge what they had and how strong of a team they were based on the Power 5 play.
That's wrong.
Hold on. What I'm gonna say
That
about
was what I said wrong.
no, but let me say this. Let me say this. South Carolina State from last season, right? They got their they got their teeth kicked in because of the simple fact that they had shoddy quarterback play.
Thank you.
Corey Fields was up and down, and he got benched. He got benched a couple of times for I forgot the kid's name. Franklin.
Franklin. It was Franklin and Andre Washington.
Franklin will literally listen to what I said, and then he'll just be like, "No." Like, bro, that's the exact same thing that I said. South Carolina State was playing. Stop saying no. That's what I said. They were playing Power 5 teams. They were not able to gauge the strength of their team versus their own conference. And they thought that they were just going to run through their conference, and they got their teeth kicked in.
No. That's not, you wrong on that. You wrong on that because South Carolina been doing this.
If you go back
to the same thing with Southern played Florida Memorial. Oh, they thought they was big shit when they.
Oh my God, really?
So
going against 80.
For one, even though we did that to Florida Memorial, we already know that's what's gonna happen regardless. But
can you guys hear me?
We was up and down because look, we had that donut against Texas Southern, but we come out and beat Alcorn, who's pretty good.
I think her signal's going in and out. Anyway,
that what happened when people tell tales, dog.
Oh Lord. I'm gonna say it like this. South Carolina State had questionable quarterback play. The defense stayed out on the field too dang on long. They couldn't get themselves out. Now, what my thing is the fact that you have the variable that South Carolina State has on their side is they have a returning quarterback coming back. I mean, he's proven, but I mean, he did win the national championship. He beat us.
Yes, he did. And then he regressed really bad this year because the off the field stuff that everybody talked about. He had a lot of personal issues going on, so he played really, really bad. Because it was worse. It was way worse.
But the main ingredient for South Carolina State and their success is always going to be their head coach, Buddy Pugh. Buddy Pugh is a disciple of Willie Jeffries. And Willie Jeffries did the same. This is what I've been told. Willie Jeffries, when he was the head coach of South Carolina State, did the same thing that Buddy Pugh has done in the last couple of years to make the way it is. Now, the MEAC had a full schedule of teams in a conference, but when people bolt out and go to other places, then they have to schedule the way that they schedule. So when they schedule Clemson, when they schedule South Carolina, yes, you're going to schedule those teams. For one, it's regional. That's a regional thing right there. Two,
and a nice check.
And a nice check. And a fat.
It is not that nice. It's not nice enough to get your ass beat.
It's nice enough where they ain't got to go all the way. They go back to Orangeburg. They ain't no but like an hour, 2 hour drive. They still keep their money.
Exactly.
But once they get into conference play, they run through it. They can run through everybody. That conference,
that's what happened. They thought they were gonna just run through it, and it said, "Oops, made you look. Oops, made you look. Surprise."
One bad year out of all the years Buddy been there.
It don't
one
matter.
bad year.
It's the same premise. Oops, made you look. You thought you was better than what you were. That's why I don't agree with playing teams like that. You're gonna first of all, you're gonna mess up your record and take the L.
It really don't mess the record up because you gauge everything off your conference record. It's not your overall record, it's your conference record. So them boys can go if they can go 5-0 in their conference, they just say they non-conference is like they are 1-3 let's say they 1-3 in non-conference, or
And
2. Let's say
record,
2 or 3. Let's say 2 or 3 in non-conference. All they got to
so
do is
y'all
just
saying
run the table.
overall records don't matter anymore now?
No, what I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying. I'm not saying overall records don't matter anymore. What I'm saying is everything that in college football is based off of of your conference record. So like so like let's just say if they wanted, if we had an automatic, if the MEAC had an automatic bid to get it to the playoff, right? Okay, so then yes, your overall record has to show, because you're out of conference. They look at your strength of schedule and the out of conference that you play, and then
And it's also on that same side. It's also the same premise as when schools play D2 schools. Like for instance, Southern beat Florida Memorial, and they just thought they had this awesome team.
No.
And then excuse me, Mr. Green, and then they got not one, but 2 games where they didn't even pinch a score. Couldn't even kick a field goal. Couldn't get a safety. Couldn't get nothing. So by that premise, you guys thought you guys had something, and then whoops, made you look.
No, stop.
What are you saying?
That's a lie.
So y'all knew y'all was trash?
Nobody. For one, when you beat a Florida Memorial, you're supposed to beat them. That's not no game you could actually gauge.
Right.
Them coaches know they engaging their team off that. They know that. All they doing is trying out different plays, trying out different formations. They just have this
season game.
It's like a scrimmage. Once you get up so much, you put your backups in, and you get a chance to see what your backups do in the game. You get a chance to gauge how they look, and that gives them time to play.
Like Southern fans weren't bragging about putting up 80.
No. No real Southern fan was bragging about Florida Memorial. Just like when y'all beat Errol Waters, no real JSU fan was bragging about beating Errol Waters.
Southern was definitely bragging about that Florida Memorial.
No. You talking about you see, you gotta separate the stuff. Like we separate the delusional JSU fans from the real JSU fans. You gotta separate that. You gotta separate that.
So before we do that, let's get into this. Let's get into this breakdown schedule of Alcorn. Let's get into the breakdown schedule of Alcorn. All right. So last night they said Alcorn gonna go 10-1. Is that what we said, Coach Green?
That's what we said.
Go 10-1, right?
That's what we said.
So their first game is against Southern Miss.
L. We say L.
You said an L. We said they were gonna lose. Don't know how bad they're gonna lose. We said they were gonna lose. It might not even be that way. It might be probably stop Frank Gore Jr. and you gotta see them. That like I said, it can go either way. I never say if it's a team where I'm looking at it and I look at what they had last season, you look at what they lose, you look at what they bring in. You look at their actual schedule. Like it's a lot of variables to this, y'all. It's a lot of variables to this. So we said it was a loss.
Yep.
We didn't say how bad it was going to be a loss, but we said it was a loss.
Yep.
All right. So then
Frank Jordan, because you know what they said. They say Frank Gore Jr. returned, so that was another reason.
Right.
Is that the quarterback?
No, the running back.
Running back.
So the running back is going to be the face of the team.
For Southern Miss, yes.
Hell yes. Yes.
That is all they got.
Hey, he ran for like 300 yards on some FBS team.
Yeah, I think it was in the bowl game too, because he went crazy in the bowl game.
Went crazy. And they said the quarterback do return.
Yeah. So then we said, okay, so then they go to Nacogdoches, they play Stephen F. Austin. The next
we say win.
We said it was a win.
Yeah, we called it a win.
We called it a win. I said because Stephen F. Austin lost a lot. They lost.
And Blue backed you up on that.
He backed me up on that. They lost the quarterback. They lost a all conference receiver and Xavier Gibson.
Mm-hmm.
They lost the defense. I know they lost the defensive lineman because he went into the draft. So, turn it down. They ain't trying to get flagged. But they lost a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It said it was going to be a win. It was against that because remember last season they played the same Stephen F. Austin team last season in Lorman.
Is that the one that they gave the game away?
No, they didn't. They had
punting problems.
The punter got suspended.
He got hurt.
He got hurt. So they didn't have another punter on the team. It was terrible. They couldn't flip the field. They couldn't.
They couldn't. And that cost them the game because they was winning.
Because they was winning in the game. And I'm gonna say they didn't give the game away because it was, in a sense, they kind of stopped Jarvion Howard, but they couldn't stop. They couldn't stop him.
Nah, that boy broke 2 long runs on him.
They couldn't stop him. So another thing, excuse me. So the next game we said was McNeese State. Now last season they beat them last season.
Yep, they did.
Down there in Lake Charles. They beat them.
And now they're in Lorman.
So and the game was, like I said, that game wasn't even close. Now they tried to get that damn game away towards the end, but the defense held up. All right. So we said this was going to be a win.
Yep.
State is not a good team. We said that. Blue said that. Blue was there to back everything up. Now you got Blue up in the corner. He gonna tell you who is who, who is good and who is trash. So we said that's a win. So right now we said it Alcorn at 2-1, right?
Yep.
So we got Prairie View. They play Prairie View.
Was you the one to say this game might be ugly?
This game might be ugly. I did say this. I said this game might be ugly for Alcorn because of the simple fact that
both of them do the same thing.
Both of them do the same thing. Now the difference, like I said, the difference between Prairie View and Alcorn is Prairie View got a quarterback. He's coming back. Alcorn is going to break in a new quarterback for the second year in a row. So
Alcorn has a brand new quarterback.
But they also still got Allen still there. Allen is still there.
And a brand new quarterback is gonna go 10-1.
It's just opinion. That's all it is. It's just opinion.
It's not.
No. I'm clarifying because people that are on this chat and me, like not everybody actually had a chance to listen in. So for me, I'm just clarifying because I hear statements from those same people who say, you guys got a new quarterback, how are y'all going to go undefeated? And now we see a situation where there's a team that has a new quarterback, but they're the same words they're using against Jackson State. They're saying that Alcorn will go undefeated. I'm just trying to,
one of the issues,
get the gist of it.
But one of the issues with Prairie View is everybody talk about when it comes to Conley, nobody trusts Conley like that when it comes to throwing. And until he proved that he could be consistent throwing wise, because he didn't really prove it last year. So that's the big issue. That's an issue that hold him up as far as like.
Yeah, that was true. So the thing about this is, will Trayvon Conley be a better passer this coming up year? Because
that's a mystery.
That's a
mystery.
That's the mystery. That's the question that everybody's going to ask in the West. Has this kid become a better passer than what he was last year? Because we knew he could do it with his legs. Now I'm gonna tell you like this. This might be a loss for Alcorn. The reason why I say that is because even though yes, Alcorn has Fred McNair as the head coach and everything, Prairie View's defense is a solid unit. Then you bring
Alcorn defense solid too.
Alcorn's defense is solid too, but I think Prairie View has the better defensive line than what Alcorn has now. The Alcorn lost a lot on their defense from last season. Prairie View pretty much brought.
Now, I'm sorry. Can you say that again? Alcorn did what now?
Alcorn lost a lot on their defensive line. Prairie View has pretty much majority of their defensive front coming back. So they have pretty much almost everybody coming back.
They lost some key pieces too on defense, though.
Key pieces on defense, but they pretty much returned majority of their defense coming up
and
season.
Now Alcorn linebackers returned though.
Right. That in Prairie View, I think Prairie View lost one of their linebackers, but I think it's
a push. It's a push when it comes to that deep. It's a push.
Like I said,
and that's why I agree with you. This game might be like one of them ugly games, and it might be a low scoring game. But I just gave, because of McNair gave him the edge for the win. That's how I went about it. Because of McNair, I gave them the edge.
I said this is gonna be a get back, so I got Prairie View winning this game.
Yeah. But I'm giving it the edge because of McNair.
I got Prairie View winning this game. So that would be 2-2. So that's 2-2 right there. So the next game is against Alabama State. We said
a win. D. Davis. If D. Davis a quarterback, a win
is a win. All right. But I said the defense for Alabama State might make the game ugly. And they will try to make this game ugly.
But because it's D. Davis,
right?
Alcorn get the edge.
Alcorn get the edge. Now, this game right here is where everybody was talking about. We talked about last night. Alcorn versus Grambling. Now, this game is in Lorman. Grambling
gonna win that game. Grambling gonna win that game.
I put it like this. Their defense is questionable because their defense was questionable last year.
Right.
So we gave, and then, because of the power run game that Alcorn has, and we saw, and he's proven, Howard is proven, he will break a long one if you can't stop him. But they're going to run the ball, they're going to dink and dunk, run him, and he's going to wear that defense down until this defense all of a sudden proves to us that they are better than what they were this past season. So Alcorn got the edge because of that. Because they could win the battle of possession.
I mean, Grambling can do some things, but when I said this last night, Hugh Jackson's going to Hugh Jackson.
You did say that.
Hugh Jackson's going to Hugh Jackson.
And that's why Fred got the edge.
If Fred got the edge. If Hugh Jackson calling the plays and he's not letting his offensive coordinator call the plays, that is going into the favor of the Braves. What my boy G say, the big bad Braves?
Mm-hmm. The big bad Braves.
Big bad Braves. All right. So we'll get Alcorn this win right here. And then they got Pine Bluff. We already said that's a win for Pine
that's
Bluff.
A win.
That's a win for them.
Too much unknown.
Right. Valley, we said that was a win.
Valley is going to kick Alcorn's.
Oh my God! Really? Come on. When have they ever kicked? Since Fred been there, have Valley ever beat them?
Coach Wade is going to surprise
I'm gonna ask
a
again.
lot of people in the squad.
I'm gonna ask again. Since
Coach
Fred
Green.
been the coach, has Valley beat Alcorn?
Since Dooley's been a coach in the
No,
SWAC,
we ain't talking about that. We talking about Alcorn right now. We gonna get the Dooley's in the, when Doc get there. But we talking about Valley.
Right. So my prediction is that Valley will surprise folks in this Alcorn versus
you got some wishful thinking.
They're
gonna get us up. They're gonna surprise some folks. They're gonna
Valley won a
it's gonna be a surprise how bad the game gonna be.
Valley won against Prairie View with when Prairie View was posed to be the SWAC champions, not
but
Southern.
did they?
Southern
But
kind of fell in.
But did Valley beat
on a technicality, right?
Did Valley beat Alcorn?
On a technicality.
Did Valley beat Alcorn?
Has done some really good on the ground recruiting. They've got some new key pieces, and my prediction, which I don't need any blowback from you, Coach Green. My prediction is that Valley will beat Alcorn. Thank you.
Hey, we're gonna revisit this when that time comes.
We're
gonna revisit that. And I'ma love to watch you eat crow. I'ma love and laugh and everything.
Prairie View is it's a toss up between Prairie View and Alcorn going against each other. It's a toss up, but Valley beat Prairie View. So that don't make no sense.
So when I clip this, when I clip this part of the video, when I clip this part of the video, when I click the part of the video, so this is gonna be the difference between me and you when instead from when you try to do it to me. I'm gonna be telling the truth about what you did. I'm not gonna sit there and make a headline to get everybody attention and then lie on me like that.
I'm gonna be like this. Valley going to the reservation. Valley does not fare well in Lorman.
Thank you.
So what you're basically saying is Coach Green is salty because I didn't say anything. All I said was Mr. Ford read you your rights about Southern. You was trying to comment on
you said you forgot a part. You forgot the part. You forgot a part. You said I was caping. Well, look, like we doing right now, we were just giving opinions, right? We was talking about.
Always got an opinion for somebody
listen. This what this. But you got an opinion too. So you don't have an opinion because you do have an opinion about a lot of stuff.
All right.
All I said was Valley is going to beat Alcorn. That's it. If you want to clip that, then that's fine. It's not really something that's like, oh, she's wrong. Not really.
It's gonna be wrong.
I'm gonna show you
what we gonna do. What we gonna do is when this game come, because that's October the 28th, and the next day we do our review. We gonna that game. We gonna revisit. I said Alcorn is gonna beat Valley because they don't like Valley does not fare well at the reservation. Now, next game on the list. Valley might surprise a lot of folks this season. They might surprise a lot of folks, but
they ain't gonna surprise Alcorn.
Now, the game we gonna talk about, Alcorn versus Southern. We already know Southern beat Alcorn last year, 21-7.
Yes, we did.
At Baton Rouge. This game is Norman. Everybody, both teams has a new quarterback coming up.
And I said we was gonna win. I said we was gonna win.
The only returning quarterbacks the only returning quarterbacks coming back in the conference is Andrew Body, Jeremy Musa, and Demetrius Davis.
Yep.
If he's coming back. Oh, and Trayvon Conley.
Yep.
You have 4 returning quarterbacks. Everybody else. Well, I take that back. Alabama A&M got a returning quarterback. I think Xavier Langford might be.
Yeah, Xavier Langford is. Yeah, he's still there.
Xavier Langford is going to be the starter. And so it's 5 starters. It's 5 returning starters in the conference. There's 5 returning starters in the conference.
Yep.
7 other teams got to figure out who their quarterback is by August.
So all those starters were all shut down by Jackson State's defense.
Oh my God! We not even talking about Jackson State right now.
UDOC said that our Jackson State defense got better, but all of those quarterbacks that you brought up, they did nothing against Jackson State.
But I'm not saying it fair to Jackson State. I'm just saying overall.
And y'all didn't even play.
Just making the statement.
And y'all didn't play Prairie View last year, so stop.
We didn't play Prairie View last year.
We didn't have
so stop.
We didn't have to.
Nah. Don't do that. Don't do that.
So
Coach Green, you be caping for every team in the
now I'm caping.
not named Jackson State.
Now I'm caping. Now I'm caping. See, that's that lie she always put out. I'm caping, and we giving our opinions. Every time we give our opinions on a bunch of teams, and if I don't say Jackson State gonna win, I'm caping for that team.
No,
oh my God.
Southern might win a game, and just because I said Southern might win a game, you might say no, Southern gonna lose. Just
no, I'm not gonna do that.
Opposed side of me.
I would never do that. If you was right, I would be on your side.
Oh Lord, it's not right or wrong, right? It's an opinion, right? Opinion. It's not no right and wrong, right? It's just
that's it. That's all it is.
So
then. So we don't need the commentary every single time. It's just an opinion.
So I'm gonna say it like this: I have contrarian. Contrarian, you don't hear?
Be careful.
Contrarian, you don't hear? I got Southern winning this game close. It'll be a close game.
Because I picked Southern too.
Everybody else picked Alcorn last night to win.
They did.
I like no. I didn't want to. I damn didn't want to pick. I really didn't want to pick either team, but
you got to pick somebody.
I said Southern. I'm gonna say Southern win this game close.
I agree.
It ain't gonna be no blowout. It ain't gonna be no blowout.
It's not.
Blowout. It'll be a close game. Now, Alcorn versus Texas Southern down in Houston in H-Town.
Now everybody
Craig Hall, where you at? We down in H-Town for Alcorn, Texas Southern, November the 11th. Now
this is the only reason why. I picked.
You had reservation about this game last night too.
I did, but I leaned a little bit towards because I say it's gonna be close. I lean towards Texas Southern for the simple. I lean towards Alcorn for the simple fact because when we get to the coaches, I trust Fred more.
True, I trust Fred more, but I'm gonna say it like this: last season, this game was at the reservation.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, Aaron Allen threw 3 interceptions in the first half.
You said that last night.
He threw 3 interceptions. One of them which got taken back to the house.
Yep, you did say that.
And Texas Southern jumped out on Alcorn. That's the thing about Texas Southern's defense. They are opportunistic. They don't care who the quarterback is. If they feel like they can get the ball, they can pick the ball off, they're going to try to pick the ball off. Now, I would give
what happened? What happened in that game when it was up?
They still won the game. They still won that game. Texas Southern beat Alcorn at their homecoming.
Yes, they did.
I would say this.
Texas Southern quarterback has not been utilized correctly, and I think that they added some key pieces.
They still scary.
Clay Davis went out there with Texas Southern. I just want to see, after having a good quarterback or not good, he's good.
He's a good quarterback.
Good in SWAC play.
No, he's good. He's good at out of conference play too. He's good at out of conference. I watched him.
Coach Green, you need to be quiet and let me talk now. Come on now, bro. Please. Come on now. That's enough.
Go ahead.
That's enough. Texas Southern has not been able to properly build a team around Andrew Body after having a stable quarterback for that many years. And he is coming up off an injury. So it'll definitely be interesting to see if Texas Southern is able to develop this year. And if they're not able to develop into something, I feel like that particular coach, the head coach, will be gone after that. After having a stable quarterback for that long, not being able to develop into anything, I don't see that coach being here next season.
Let me say this though. About Andrew Body. Last season, everybody got to jump on him. Now, because you got tape on him. You didn't have tape on him his freshman year. You didn't know anything about Andrew Body. Nobody knew about Andrew Body. He came in the third game of the season.
He had a lot more receivers that first year too.
Right. But now the thing about Andrew now and this Texas Southern squad is that they have continuity because their players are moving up. It's pretty much the same team. Now, hopefully the defensive scheme with Everett Todd is a little bit better. Mr. Ford always talked about, he talked about Everett Todd when he was at Grambling and how the defenses were when he was at when Todd was at Grambling. But I just feel like with this game right here, I will give the slight edge to Texas Southern. This is pretty much almost Texas Southern's Super Bowl.
Yeah, because a lot of people forget they was a Andrew body injury away from going to SWAC championship. They really was. And when he got hurt, that kept him out the SWAC championship.
Yeah, they kept him out. Like, they had to lead. But I'm gonna tell you like this, Coach Green and Timona. If Texas Southern would have went to the SWAC championship game, they would have got murdered. It would have been a murder on the field at the vet. Because one, you ain't gonna have
a murder with
Southern. I'm just saying, if Texas Southern was the SWAC champ, was the SWAC West champ, they go into the SWAC championship game, it was going to be a demolishing. You don't have Andrew Body. You pretty much running on fumes. It was going to be a demolishing. Now, Prairie View would have backdoored themselves into the championship game. It probably would be a different story. It probably be some what we saw in 21.
Yeah, they gave y'all a scare.
They gave us a scare.
And guess who the coach was? Dooley.
You
had to throw that out there.
Just to mess with Timona.
And guess what he did? Laos. Guess what he did? Laos. So what are we talking about here?
Now, Laos. This game right here, the last game of the season. Capital City Classic. That's what I'm gonna call it. I don't care. It's Soul Bowl at the reservation. Capital City Classic. Me and Jackson.
We gave Alcorn the edge.
Y'all gave Alcorn the edge.
Yes, we did.
I'm gonna tell you just like this. Y'all gave Alcorn the edge. I'm gonna say it just like this. This game gonna be close, and Jackson State gonna pull it out.
This game is not
right now
gonna be close. In the vet.
Oh my God! Y'all gonna blow out everybody. Okay,
oh my God!
Y'all gonna blow out everybody.
I'm not gonna blow. We not gonna blow this team out. But I'm gonna say it just like this. It ain't like what we saw. It ain't like what I saw in the late '90s when we was blowing them out.
Yeah. But Timona I see Timona like blowouts though.
But it's going to be a close game. I got Jackson with the edge in this game right here.
Now this is the only reason I gave Alcorn the edge.
You need to stop smoking that dope.
Because I agree it's gonna be a close game, but I gave Alcorn the edge because y'all, Jackson got so many new pieces. Everything is new.
Wait. Let me get this straight. Alcorn has a brand new quarterback. They lost some of their key defense, which did not have that good of a defense against Jackson State. They lost two of their coaches that were on the roster, but somehow Alcorn is going to keep it close, right?
Yeah.
And mind you, this is with the defense. Now, mind you,
I want you to think about something.
We're on the defensive side.
I want you to think about something.
Wait. Let me finish.
Go ahead.
The defensive coaches know the schemes that the offense runs, but somehow the offense that Fred McNair runs, that the defensive side already knows about, doesn't have an edge against Alcorn in the vet.
Let me tell you a secret. I got a secret for you.
Tell me.
That's a lot of games that was played before y'all had that Capital City Classic, right? It's a lot of games played, right?
Yeah.
So anybody that plays sports and know when it comes to anything, everybody gonna know. By the time that game is played, everybody know what you do. So it's not about what you know. It's about who run their stuff the best. At the end of the day, who gonna execute. Because it's not about what you know. You can know the back of my hand for all I care. But if I run it better than you, I still got a chance to beat you.
Right,
so
but if you're
that's out the window. So them coaches, them coaches, look, them coaches knowing what they do have nothing to do with the game. It's gonna come down to who execute the best, because they gonna know each other like the back of the book, because everything gonna be out there. That's a lot of games played already. This gonna be y'all 11 games.
That's definitely a goalpost move right there.
So no, all I'm saying is
I've actually heard you talk about MEAC coaches and them knowing how schemes are run, this, that, and the third. And what I'm saying is the defensive coaches literally know the ins and outs of Fred McNair's
it
offense
don't matter
because they worked with him. It does matter. You have an
no,
edge.
it don't, because everybody knows.
So you're saying that person wouldn't have an extra edge. So you have people who have played with you possibly for more than 1 year. They don't have an edge over the way your mind thinks and over your plays than somebody who watches the whole season. Delusional.
No, that's not delusion. That's fact. When you play sports, that is fact, because it don't matter what you know. It's not what you know. It's about who execute their stuff the best. That's just how it works. You can know everything you want.
Not how it works.
Doc, you better let her know, Doc. Tell her it's not about what you know, right?
What?
Doc, tell her.
A coach that knows your ins and outs of how you play and what
I said like this though. Even though we did get those two coaches from Alcorn, I would say this: Fred ain't stupid to keep running the same scheme. He's going to switch it up, because whatever you know from last season, and you try to use the same stuff that you did from last season, yes, they're going to pick that up. But I'm gonna say it like this: Fred is going to change. He's going to change it up. He's going to change it up. Now, we all know. I'm be real honest with you. We all know that Jarvion Howard is going to be the focal point of the whole offense. He is the alpha. He is the omega of the offense. You got to try to stop that kid right there. You got to try to
loaded the box and had a hard time with him, right?
Load the box up on him. You got to bring 8, 9. Hell, you got to bring all 11 just to stop that kid right there.
Because look, even last year when y'all played him, Jawad, he still got some yards on y'all, didn't he?
I mean, yeah, he did get some yards on us, but
and y'all was bringing the house.
But I'm gonna say it like this. I say it like this: when it comes down to it, Fred is going to change it up by the time this season starts. So whatever offense everybody think Fred is going to run, it ain't going to be pretty much the same offense. Now, if his offensive coordinator is that damn stupid,
look, this is what people do. All right, you're gonna have the same. Most of your scheme gonna be the same, but you're gonna change the name of your scheme when you're playing somebody that know your stuff, like who know your signals,
right?
Because they know your signals, you ain't gonna have that same signal. You're gonna change it up. So, say your one of your blitz packages was 2, you ain't gonna call it 2. You gonna call it 5. That's all it is, because at the end of the day, everybody in football run the exact same thing. It's not that much different when it comes to all these, defenses. It's not that much different. Everybody run the same thing. It's all about execution. That's at the end of the day. It's about execution. And once you play the first 2 to 3 games, everybody know what you do anyway. They got tape of everything you do.
Anybody else want to jump on this? Because we're about to do Jackson State schedule right now. Anybody else want to jump on there on the stream? Well, we about to do Jackson State schedule.
And what we had, y'all, 7-4 or 8-3? Which one?
Y'all crazy if we going 8-3, bro. Y'all crazy if we going 8-3.
Not bad though. 8-3 is not bad.
Y'all crazy. And then y'all said this is what I've got to get on to y'all. Then y'all said freaking FAMU was gonna go 10-1 in the East.
Yeah.
Get off. I'm gonna be what my boy G say. Get off the boo-boo.
Look, but you gotta look at it, bro.
Y'all was on some strong booger sugar last night when y'all said FAMU was gonna go 10-1. Y'all listen to me.
It's a possibility. It's a possibility.
Listen to me, y'all. I'm not gonna do no screaming. I don't do the screaming like this. Listen to me, y'all. They said last night, and like I said, this is way too early. They said last night that FAMU was gonna go 10-1 in the SWAC East.
It's a possibility.
Paris, you was in there last night. I think you was in there last night, Paris. They said they were going FAMU, Florida A&M, Florida Agriculture and Mechanical University was going to go 10-1 in the SWAC. Yeah. And I said, this is what I said. In a sense, Willie gonna do Willie shit. Willie gonna Willie it up. That's what I said. Willie is going to Willie it up.
As of right now, they got the edge. But, as the season get closer, opinions may change.
True.
But
opinions may change.
May change. But facts could change also once the season starts, because that's when it becomes fact or fiction once the season starts.
So I said this. I said yes, that we all agree. Yes, they have in the SWAC, they have pretty much the best quarterback that is returning. That is Jeremy Musa.
Yes. Right. Yeah. And he don't have brick feet like Glass, like Walker is saying. Cedric Walker talking about.
He do got brick feet.
He moved better. He moved better than Glass.
That boy is like a statue in the back.
He moved better than Glass though. Glass was more of a statue than Musa.
But I said this also last night. He don't have Xavier Smith to rely on. Now you got to rely on other folks to move the ball, right? We said that. We said that last night.
We said that last
night. You got to rely on Sheree, Manigo, all your other playmakers, skilled position playmakers, to move the ball. Because you didn't have a running game last season. Your running game was atrocious last season. It was atrocious. But we're gonna get excuse me. We about to get to Jackson State schedule. We about to get into Jackson State schedule. So we gonna start in Atlanta.
Yep, and I picked y'all to win that one.
Thank you, Coach Green. Against South Carolina State. All right. Yep. Now, for my intel that I got from today, of course, Jason Brown's going to be a starter. He will start this game.
You sure?
It's a proven fact. He'll start this game.
So old boy from Syracuse ain't gonna beat him out in training camp.
We don't know yet. We don't know. They, this is all just summer workouts right now. Yeah. We don't know yet. But
he won it by default then because Sunshine played better. To me,
we all know Sunshine played better. We all know that. But I know that. But I'm going with Jason Brown as starter. All right. But the difference, like I said, the main difference between Jackson State and South Carolina State is Buddy Pugh. We already know TC Taylor is a first year head coach. We know that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. TC Taylor is the first year head coach. Okay. But we don't know how TC is going to do when, you know what I'm saying, what y'all say when the bullets get to flying over your head and stuff like that. Ain't that what y'all say in sports jargon?
So, you find out who you are once the bullets start flying.
Right. Now, give or take a couple of minutes in this game, you should know what you have in your team on both sides. So I say this. This defense, the Jackson State defense is hungry. South Carolina State defense is hungry because South Carolina State returned pretty much most of their defense from last season.
Yep.
The defense that went 3-8.
Yeah, but they had some injuries last season though.
Yep,
your main defensive lineman, Jablonte Green, was out for most of the season.
Yep. It still was pretty tough to score on.
It's still pretty tough to score on. BJ Davis was killing it. And he was killing people, but he was inconsistent. So you get those dudes back. Now this is not gonna be no blowout. I'm gonna tell you.
You said Jablonte Green is still on the roster.
Yep. No, he's still on the roster.
They lose Shaq Davis, right? Offensively, right?
Offensively, they lose Shaq Davis.
Yeah, they lost Shaq.
So what they got to do is now, because see, Corey Fields Corey Fields is like Musa because he targeted Shaq Davis a lot last season. They targeted Shaq Davis a lot. So now you got to rely on your other playmakers. You have to rely on your other playmakers to get it done.
And I picked y'all because we don't know what Corey Fields we're gonna get, and that's why I picked y'all.
Oh, let me tag. How many minutes we at? We at 118. I gotta clip this. 118.
No, but he said, but I give it to Coach Green last night. He did give us the edge in this game.
Right. If Jackson State was coming in at 3-8, this wouldn't even be a conversation.
That is true. Oh my God. No, but you gotta realize if Jackson State was coming in at 3-8, this won't be a conversation because we figured like shit that somebody gonna whoop our ass. It was
but you know, tomorrow you also gotta realize South Carolina defense is gonna be South Carolina defense. That's always been consistent with them. It's been the offensive side that's been inconsistent. The defense been his defense.
3-8 defense.
Yeah, but that 3-8 defense, what was North Carolina Central only lost to South Carolina State?
South Carolina State. They controlled it. They did something y'all didn't do. They controlled.
Lord, I ain't never in my life heard anybody make excuses for a 3-8 team.
Nobody making an excuse. We giving out.
Jackson State coming off of 2 undefeated seasons in conference play, and we don't know what we got.
See, you letting your fan hat speak. You letting your fan hat speak right now.
It's not fan. Let's keep it above. A team that went 3-8 last year has to prove themselves, just like any other 3-8 team. Just like Grambling, who went under 500, Bethune-Cookman, Valley, all of those teams that did not do well in their divisions or their overall, they have to prove themselves. We don't give them discounts.
You know they lost a lot of close games in the MEAC, right?
South Carolina State as well.
They lost a lot of close games.
South Carolina State will not be receiving any type of excuses.
You know they lost a lot of close games in the MEAC, right?
You's a tough cookie, Timona. Man, she said, "Hey, they ain't getting no type."
She keep on putting her fan hat. She keep on putting her fan hat on. She putting the block across her chest. She putting the block across her chest when she talks.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. One of their wins was against a D2 school, Virginia Lynchburg. Damn.
Duh. Everybody beat them.
That's even worse. What did we just say? You can't really base it off of.
Didn't I just give y'all the edge? Didn't I give y'all the edge?
I didn't. listen, you don't want to argue with me. All I'm saying, for my opinion, is that South Carolina State is gonna have to prove themselves after a 3-8 season. That's all I got to say.
All right, Skip and Shannon, let's go. Let's go to the next game. All right, the Blue Blossom Classic.
It's gonna be the Orange Blossom Classic.
Right.
They're gonna be back to the Orange Blossom Classic after this game.
I'm gonna say this. This is not gonna be. I'm gonna tell you like this, Simona. I don't think this will be a blowout. I know we want it to be a blowout. We want.
She loves blowouts. Every game a blowout for her.
We want to beat the brakes off of Florida.
I mean, listen. At the end of the day, it don't matter. Musa played so bad, he might got PTSD when he sees those Tigers.
For
Our
one,
defense got better. K5 intercepted one of Moose's balls. What you doing all that huffing and puffing for? So Kendrick Wiggins ain't still on our roster, and he
look here.
Hold on.
Hey, I'm gonna sit here and say this.
Still on the roster?
New defense coordinator, right? New defense coordinator, right?
Catching that ball ain't different.
I'm just saying, new defense coordinator, right? So that means
coach.
So that means y'all ain't gonna be doing no blitzing like y'all was blitz, like y'all was blitz crazy last year.
What does blitzing have to do with K5? K5 is a corner.
Y'all put a lot of pressure on Musa. Y'all was like,
what the reason why he say that?
Doyle coming off the edge.
But the reason why he say that, Simona, is the fact that we did so much blitzing is that we put a lot of pressure on Musa. Those our DBs is playing man. They didn't play zone. We playing man. So
he had no time to think. He had no time.
Fire of mission by. I'm just gonna have to. I see where this is going. I have to use your words against you, or your words to talk about it. By your omission, Musa only looks for one receiver. He eyes only one receiver.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, that you said that he only eyes, did he learn how to fix his eyes and get on two receivers? Because he doesn't have the same receiver.
I'll put it like this. When he played North Carolina, he had time in the pocket, and he was picking North Carolina apart.
They were playing against the Water Boys. They were playing against the Water Boys. Stop.
North Carolina? No, they wasn't.
Yes,
when they played North Carolina, there was not. No. Stop it. Don't lie. Don't lie. No, they wasn't. No, they wasn't. They played the starters. So that game was close.
High school seniors.
That game was close for a while. That game was close until after halftime.
They was playing the freshmen, and I don't even know why you talking about.
I don't know why you lying.
Why are you even talking about Chapel Hill? We can just talk about Jackson State and 59-3. That's all you need to talk about.
We can say 59. I'm gonna say it like this: 59-3. That is not gonna
happen.
That's not gonna happen this year. Well, I'm gonna say it like this: right. It's gonna be more scoring, but it's probably be like what we saw in 21. It'll be a close game.
It's gonna be a close game, but I'm gonna give FAMU the edge because they got more people returning on defense, and then Stevens decided to come back, so that was big. And I give him the edge when it comes to offensive line.
You give who the edge?
Their offensive line compared to y'all offensive line.
The edge for offensive line.
And you're basing that off of what?
The players that they got.
The players that's returning.
Recruit that never played in any other conference play.
No, I'm just talking about what they got returning for the people that played last year on that offensive line.
The offensive line that was only able to let Musa think enough to get 3 points on the board. That offensive line.
Oh my God.
And then another thing, if I'm Jackson State, we were talking about schemes and stuff like that. If I'm Jackson State and I know that blitzing causes problems for Musa and that he can't think, don't you think that as a defensive coordinator, that particular game I might decide to be blitz heavy?
We're gonna see if y'all gonna keep, because I told Doc this, and Doc could confirm it. I said, if I was the defensive coordinator, I would have kept some of them blitz schemes that Jackson State had since your boy was their defensive coordinator. I would take some of that because every coach steal from each other. All coaches steal from each other.
Like you just said, they're not going to be blitz heavy, but obviously Musa was looking like a deer in headlights when they were.
I would actually be blitz heavy that game if I was y'all.
The reason why we were blitz heavy in the game, we were blitz heavy last season as a team is because we had the talent to do it.
Not only the talent, we still have the depth.
Right, we had the talent and we had the depth to do it.
Yeah, y'all was rotating D line. Y'all was rotating y'all D line, so I can say that.
Yeah, and the thing about this though is that if it comes down to it with quarterback play, do I, as a FAMU fan, do I trust Musa enough to get me over the hump?
This is the reason why I trust Musa, because
don't get me wrong, they went 9-2 last season, right?
They did. They
went 9-2 with a new quarterback last season.
They went who they only lost to?
McKay. They went 9-2 with Rashawn McKay.
Wait, are we talking about Jackson State and versus FAMU right here? Or
yeah,
we are. But I'm just it's leading up to it. Do I trust Musa? Do I trust Musa enough to get me over the hump? I
do.
I won't trust that kid. I don't.
So this is the wrong reason. This is why I say I trust him, because of all the moving pieces that's going on at JSU. I'm gonna trust Musa a little bit more and FAMU a little bit more. Not by much, but a little bit more for the win, to get the edge to the win.
I'm gonna say it like this: Coach Green got Jackson State. We got us losing. I got us winning. I got us winning by at least 10.
I have us winning by 40.
Damn.
I have FAMU. I have FAMU winning by 10.
I will say this: our defensive line, which people keep on talking about, all these key pieces. Quainus Miller is back at that line.
Davis is back. I know Davis is back.
Devontae Davis is back.
I heard Booster came back.
What?
I heard Booster came back.
I don't know about that, but Boosie wasn't. If we're talking about how Jackson State lost a lot of stuff, Humphrey, his amount of contribution overall is not that big of a loss.
He was in rotation though. He was part of that rotation.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, added to that piece, of course, we still have Antonio Doyle. We have Philip Webb that's coming in there, and he's probably going to be off the edge. There's so much that we've gained.
It's still a lot of unknown.
We lost. I mean, you keep on saying there's a lot of unknown, but that defensive line, it's not unknown. I just named
I said like you said, you said it's a lot of unknown. Coach Green, fall 21, it was a lot of unknown with our team too, and we still went out there and won the game by 1. It was an ugly game, but we still won it by 1. It was the whole season. Everybody said it was unknown because,
that's why our opinions really don't matter. It's just opinions. Our opinions don't matter until they play.
Our opinions do matter. Our opinions do matter.
It really don't, because you ain't gonna be on the field. I'm not gonna be on the field. Doc ain't gonna be on the field. So what we say don't matter. We not in the coaching room. We ain't going through the schemes with the defensive line or the linebackers. We not the offensive coordinator talking to Musa or the quarterback coach.
The upgrade is crazy. The secondary, even if they do decide to be blitz heavy, like I said last show, and I'm gonna say it again, our DBs will be wide receivers this game because they're taking it back to score touchdowns.
Coach Green got it 1-1. I got it 2-0 for us, right? We 2-0. So third game of the season. In Baton Rouge.
I went with Southern.
Now we had the discussion. We had the discussion on this too last night.
Yeah, we did.
Other than Jackson State, we both got We both got the same issues. Who is our quarterback going to be?
Nobody knows.
Nobody knows.
But but this is what we did. This is what we did, Timon. Hold up, Timon. This is what we did. We say offensive line. Who got the edge? Southern got the edge in offensive line.
I got
Wait,
a push.
what?
I'm gonna give him a push. I'll give a push because I feel like this, Coach Green. Our offensive line did get better. Now this is coming from.
But hold up. But hold up though. Check it out.
I'm gonna say like
Check it out.
Green said, it's a lot of unknown on Southern.
No.
It's a lot of unknown.
We got our offensive line. We have more people that's returning on our line. Y'all signed some. Y'all signed some pieces, but y'all lost a lot of pieces too.
And they weren't good.
So that's why Southern has the edge in offensive line because of that. Because we don't know how good y'all line been inconsistent the 2 years y'all won SWAC. And Doc always talked about that.
Yeah,
the 2 years y'all won the SWAC, your offensive line always been inconsistent. Doc always talk about that. He always said he ain't like
consistent it is, but at the end of the day,
Southern. But hold up. Let me finish though. Then we say running back room.
Oh Lord.
We all say Southern had the better running back room.
Who is we?
I didn't say anything. I kept quiet.
Who is we? Who is we? I want to know who these we's are.
Hey, Corey Dillon.
Who?
Corey Dillon.
Obi Dillon.
Southern consistently scored. Southern consistently scored 0 points last year. So obviously
we not. Hey, look, that was under y'all former coach. Y'all got a whole new coaching staff. Stop living in.
We not talking about just us. You scored 0 points against Texas Southern.
And we also beat some folks too. We also was in the SWAC championship. We got to the SWAC championship.
No, what we're saying is you said that you guys have a good O-line, but you had 2 games. One of them was Texas Southern where you didn't score any points. And everybody keeps on talking about.
So you want me? All right, look. Let me rehash that game for you since you keep on bringing it up. Doc, I'm gonna talk to you about this, and because you watched the game like I watched the game. How many times we got into the red zone? How many times we got in the red zone?
Wait a minute. Which game? We talk about the
Texas
first game?
Texas Southern.
Oh,
how many times we got to the red zone?
I was at the game.
We got to the red zone and we kept on going for it on 4th and didn't get it.
They got to the red zone like 3 or 4 times. They kept going on 4th down and they couldn't get in. Then Bashawn McCray.
You had a good running back room. You have a great running back room, and you're on 4th and inches, and you can't get into the.
No, it wasn't 4th and inches.
It was 4th and inches.
It wasn't 4th and inches. It was like 4th down. It was like 4th down and 3, 4th down and 4. Where your main thing was, and like I said, I was at this game. Go for the easy points. Get the 3 points. Go for the field goal. That's all you had to do. You was in the red zone 3 times.
And that was ego.
You tried to go for 4 down. That's 9 points right there to put on the board. Now,
for the kicker that you got rid of because the Luke Jackson, y'all decided to pull him and sat him on the bench. You get to the. Why are you saying no? He was put on the bench.
No, I ain't say no. I say, but now. But now to get back, but look, let's stop. You know, we understand how that game went.
Hold on. Let me finish that. Let me finish that statement from that game right there. Bashawn McCray threw 3 interceptions. Also,
yes, he did.
Where one of them turned into a touchdown, the other 2 turned into easy conversions to get into the end zone.
Yes.
The score was 21-0. At halftime, y'all. Now, in the second half, Texas Southern comes out and start doing the dumbest shit ever. Craig is in the chat. He could tell you Texas Southern started doing the dumbest stuff ever to where they couldn't get nothing but 3 measly points in the second half. Even though, yes, it was a shutout. They got 3 measly points where they could have had 3 more touchdowns. That game could have been way worse than what it was. Way worse. Dooley messed that game up. Dooley trashed that game. It was Dooley and Bashawn McCray. If after McCray threw the second interception, I'm yanking them out. I'm taking them out. I'm taking them out, and I'm putting in Harold Blood, or I'm putting them in.
And now, all right,
I'm putting in Butter McDaniel. I'm putting in.
Okay, now let's stop. Let's stop reliving that. That happened. We understand what happened, and we talked about it before. Now Now back to what I was saying. When we did the running back room, we gave Sutton the edge. We talked about the wide receivers because we had the most wide receivers returning. We gave Sutton the edge.
Y'all said we had the most wide receivers returning. They asked who's Jackson State's wide receivers, and y'all was like, well, I said Rico Powell's coming back, but we added so many pieces to that wide receiver room.
I understand that, but we added pieces too, but because of what we have returning, we went ahead and gave Sutton the edge, and then we say D line. The thing y'all sleeping on about Southern D line.
Y'all talk Dumas gone.
And we rotate. We rotated our D line. Y'all just know the people that names always pop up.
I just know that we scored 35 against them.
But y'all did do. Dumas was lost for graduation. Trey Lane went into the portal. Greyhouse the portal. Cam Peterson went to the league.
Yeah.
So,
but we had people that just like y'all was rotating D line, we was rotating too.
So you got 5 that you didn't rotate. So where are the replacements and what are their names?
Look here. All I'm gonna say is this to you.
I'm asking you gonna see.
You're gonna see. Because look, every time if I name, it's not gonna matter if I name. I can name, and then you're gonna be like, no. So I'm not gonna name.
I'm gonna listen so I can go look them up, and I'm gonna look at their stats, and then I'm gonna come back to you and say,
how about this? You go look up their stats, then. You go look at their stats.
Who are they?
Oh, they're still on the roster. You'll see all the ones that's not seniors. Everybody that's not a senior.
You can't even tell me 3 players on the defensive line right now.
Oh, I can. I really can.
I just named all 4.
You named Cam Peterson and Dumas that are gone now. I didn't hear you name.
I named Cam Peterson, Dumas are gone. Cam Peterson, Dumas, Trey Lane, and Greyhouse.
I'm asking him to name current players. So Dumas and Peterson are gone. So what are some of the D line that are on there? I named like 5.
Now,
and just like we name Jackson State players, we want to know the names of these Southern players.
Although,
give them their props.
I like what Craig just said right here. He said undisputed HBCU overdrive.
Give them their props.
Oh Lord.
Their names. Highlight them. What are their names?
So I'm gonna say it like this. I'll say it like this. I got Jackson State winning this game. It ain't gonna be about a lot. It's gonna be by at least about 10 points.
Yeah.
Now
I say we win by 10.
Everything is how the first 2 games go around. So my barometer.
Quarterback can't name offensive line. Can't name any defensive line. Can't name any corners. But y'all got it.
Yeah. I don't have to name now. I'm gonna let y'all think what y'all want. And when that day comes, we can revisit this.
We ain't thinking.
Next game on the list. Texas State down in San Marcos. Now,
and we said Texas State gonna win.
I said this. This is what I said. This game scares me. The reason why this game scares me is because they have a new coach, just like we do, but they
have a new quarterback.
They have a new quarterback, but the system. But guess what though? The players that he had as the offensive coordinator as the head coach at UIW, he took them along up I-35 to San Marcos with him. GJ Kinney is a hell of a coach.
Mm-hmm.
He's a hell of a coach. I give him his prop because the reason why I can say this is because I seen him. Well, I seen him play when he was in high school. I seen him play when he was in college. But the way that he takes coaching from his dad, who's Gary Joe, like I'm not saying that he that's the advantage, but this game scares me. This is the game that scares me right here.
I'm not scared at all. I'm very confident.
I'm confident, but
skills positions, bar none. Like our wide receiver room, I have confidence in our wide receiver room. We have Irv Mulligan at running back. We have other key players at running back, and Seven McGee. I could go on and on and on.
Yeah, I like your confidence. You should have that.
And of course, the most proud spot that I have, of course, is our defense, which of course was number 1 overall in FCS last year, and we're looking to continue to dominate in that point of view. So I have confidence in our team.
I'll say this.
I'm gonna put it just like this. Where Paris just said it. Texas State brought us some dogs as well. So this game is going to be that's the reason why I said this game scares me.
I hope it's like Monroe when y'all play Louisiana Monroe.
It's not like the ULM game, right? It's not like that. It's
not. I hope it's like that.
I
hope it's like that.
I hope it's like that as far as the score goes. But that man is talking about running up and down the field. But don't get me, don't. I'm not about to get it twisted. We got an OC. We got an OC at Maurice Harris.
If I remember correctly, I know Blue's not on the show, but Incarnate Word, the reason why their quarterback had to throw for so many yards is because their defense obviously was not that good if the other teams were scoring at such
he was going to do that if their defense was good. They were going to do that.
Anyway, it doesn't even matter. Lindsey Scott
had nothing to do with it.
Blue said, he said that quarterback, the amount of throwing that he did, like how he was playing, like that air raid, that he was basically making those throws. And then if you look at all of their different scores, I don't have my computer to be able to look it up because I'm on my phone because I'm traveling. Incarnate Word, the person that they were going against, they were always scoring like 30 plus points. So to that point, their defense, if you're able to throw 30 points on Incarnate Word, that means that their defense is not that good.
Look,
30, 35, it was literally a shootout. Like literally, if you look at their past season and a lot of their games, it was literally who can score the most touchdowns. And if it's a shootout where it's who can score the most touchdowns, that means that your defense is not doing
even if they would have had a defense, they was going to throw it all over the field. They was going to do that regardless.
Well, we won't never know because that's not how their game was last year. It was literally no defense with regard to how many points the other teams were putting up against them.
But he's in a different situation being in FBS, though.
Yeah, he's at the bottom tier. Texas State would be at the bottom tier of FBS. I would like to probably look at their 3 prior games to see who are they playing prior to us because that matters as well.
It really don't matter who you play. It matters what you do that day.
Have mercy on my soul. So now the teams and the games that you have prior to your game don't matter.
Only thing matters is what you do that day. Because what you did in the past, look, the thing is, all right, y'all, you remember when y'all blew out FAMU, right?
Yeah.
Y'all beat them 59-3, right?
Yeah.
What happened next game?
We won.
No, what was the score?
We won. That's all that
What
matters,
was the
right?
score?
We won. That's all that matters.
16-3.
I don't know why you're not saying it doesn't matter when teams can
Because
have
what you
injuries.
do,
Because that's what happened with Tennessee State's season. Basically, they had injuries, and those injuries affected their
that's true.
rest of the
That's
season.
true. The
So
injuries
to my
affect their season.
point, to my point, whoever Texas State plays, those first 3 games matters.
I'm looking. Hold on.
If they get injuries, that's gonna affect their game.
So the first 2 games they play is Baylor in Waco, and then they play UTSA
But
and Santa in they'll be at home.
this is the thing you gotta understand, Timona. Because they got more scholarships to offer, their depth is gonna be different. And because they FBS.
Not if they
So
quarterback.
So is that's why it's gonna be different with them, because the FBS depth is different, and the game gonna come down, which always comes down when we play FBS schools. The game gonna come down to the trenches. What we do in the trenches is gonna determine how that game gonna go.
Right, and so the majority of their trenches are FCS players. You know that, right?
Look, I understand that part.
They came from Incarnate Word, so they're FCS players, just like we have FCS players, right?
I'm sitting here.
No,
never mind.
No, okay,
Never
yeah.
All right. So this game right here, like I said, I'm not gonna even mess with it. I'm gonna just wait till it come about. But if we do win this game, it will be close. It won't be by no blowout or anything like that for this game right here. Because like I said, the simple fact is GJ Kenny is a damn good coach. And he's proven to do that.
Well, we already know who the next game is.
Next game,
that's a win for y'all.
Cookman, that's a win.
That's a win. Ain't nothing to talk about. That's a win.
In this game right here. 40.
All right. Gulf Coast Challenge. Let's go to the Gulf Coast Challenge.
Gulf Coast Challenge. That's Alabama.
We can skip this one. That's a win. That's a win.
You said that's a win. And then the next
week,
we
say that's a win for y'all.
Against Alabama State. That's a win.
That's a win.
So Valley.
We can move past the next one. That's a win.
Valley is a win. Pine Bluff is a win.
Should I do like Timona? I'm not even gonna do that because y'all gonna be Valley. I ain't gonna do that.
Yeah, don't do like me.
that's another win. Arkansas Pine Bluff. That's another win.
And then we got Texas Southern. It's in Jackson. The last two we played.
I said
last 2 years we played Texas Southern. We done beat these boys. We done scored 40 points on these dudes.
I'm gonna say this is the only reason I'm saying this might be tougher than last year, because the simple fact is the unknown at the quarterback with y'all, and they got a lot of returners.
Wait, what?
We still don't know who y'all quarterback gonna be.
We don't know who you
or how good y'all quarterback are.
Or Alcorn quarterback. You don't know who Alcorn quarterback is, but you gave them 10-1. Make that make sense.
No, hold up. You ain't let me finish. See, I said the unknown part, but I still gave y'all the edge though. I still gave Texas, as far as Texas Southern, I gave y'all the edge. But I say this game might be tougher than what it was the last 2 years. Now as far as Alcorn, I lean towards Alcorn on that.
For the quarterback that we don't know.
Offensive line, running. Look, offensive line, running back room.
The defensive line that lost key players.
Just like y'all did.
No.
Look.
Who did they replace for Cheerless?
This is what I'm gonna say. Everything was like, it was back and forth on each position we was talking about. But when we got to the coaching part, because of Fred McNair, I gave Fred the edge.
Why do you keep giving Fred McNair so much edge? Is there like
consistency?
Consistency what?
As far as winning?
Winning what? The West?
No, just being a winning coach. His consistency as a winning coach.
Well, why y'all didn't hire him instead of Dude?
Oh my God. Look, I'm gonna say this once again. This is just my opinion, but when y'all play, that's where the facts gonna be made.
Well, I'm gonna say it just like this. Well, we got my boy Swagging the Fool up in here. I know that's G. Is that you, G, or is that you, J Max? So I say it like this. That Alcorn game is gonna be it's gonna be a classic.
It will be.
It's gonna be a classic.
Just like last year.
Yeah, it'll be a classic.
So
So
let's whack the fool up here, because Coach Green, Lord, I can't get him to name a person.
G, I need you up.
The only person that he named is Fred McNair. I don't know nobody that's on.
G, I need you up here, bro.
I don't know nobody.
Come on up in here, G.
Except for Fred McNair, and even when I asked about Southern,
look here. You know why? You know why I don't want to name nobody right now? Because I want y'all to stay asleep. I want y'all to stay asleep on Southern.
You've been sleeping too, snoring, got sleep apnea.
Hey, hold on now. I got sleep apnea. We ain't gonna let's not talk about that. I sleep with the CPAP machine.
Now, don't do that no more, Timona. You wrong for that. Now apologize.
I'm not apologizing. My son has some sleeping problems too. I'm not apologizing.
Well, you should apologize. You know what? You should most definitely apologize.
I was talking to you. I said you've been sleeping and you ain't taking the correct breaths while you're sleeping, because you ain't got nothing going for yourself at Southern.
Jesus.
Hey,
she sound like something for real.
This is another conversation. I'm a clip too. I can't wait.
Boy, I can't wait for these. No, this is not how you do it. So this is what you do, Coach Green. Because I already got more already up in the chamber, and they ready. They've been ready. So this is what you do. You don't wait to clip them. You clip them now so that they'll already be in the chamber. And then when you're wrong, because then you're not going to be able to find it, because it's going to be like 30 different shows.
No.
Go ahead and clip them. And
I don't need to clip them. I clip them in my mind. I clip them in my mind, and I'm just gonna talk to you about it when it happens. I don't gotta find it. We all know that you said what you said. So when we return to this conversation, I'm be loving it when I say I told you so.
Oh Lord.
This show, wow, come on, Edwin. He talking about this show is in honor of Jerry Springer.
No, that's Coach Green.
Most definitely.
This is HBCU Overdrive and Coach Green tonight.
Because if this was the Jerry Springer show, I'm the one that gonna be coming to the. Nah, I ain't gonna say it.
Oh Jesus! I was saying like this. Oh my goodness!
So y'all would have to hold me back off of Timona.
Okay, I gotta wait for football.
I'm just playing.
Domestic violence is not funny, Miss Coach
Oh my
Green.
God! Why you had to go that far? You didn't even have to go that far.
Yeah, we apologize, Coach Green. We don't do that.
No. I was kidding. I'm just using what he was saying against me, telling me to apologize. I'm doing the same thing that he was doing.
Oh Lord!
See how that works? See how it works?
Hold on. Let me get this screen off of here. I need some music. I need some music.
The big bad Braves.
The big bad Braves up in the house.
Hey, I'm so glad you're here, G. I'm so glad you're here.
Talk to me.
I'm so glad you're here.
Hey,
I'm so glad you.
Please explain to Timona what's gonna happen when Alcorn play Jackson. Cause I try to tell her.
We will distinctively outcoach them for one. Okay. It will be a major difference in coaching. Okay. There's a coaching staff that's been here and won championships, and there's a coaching staff that's did a lot of talking on Twitter. Okay. It's two different coaching styles. Okay. We got one and they have one that's been demoted and just been talking on Twitter. That's it. Okay. That's it. And so I think that's what we do.
None of our coaches been talking. It's in the fan base. Our coaches don't do no talking, especially.
Listen. You have to understand. I said something I was supposed to say. Okay, they worked together last year, a lot of them, right?
So she forgot about that part.
Like that, you know.
She forgot about that part.
Yeah. Inside, you know, it's all in fun, but you know, we got a point to prove.
Coach Green said that I forgot that they were coaching together, but then I pointed out that the defense, some of those defensive coaches know Fred McNair's schemes, but I forgot that they were coaching. Please
explain to her, G. I tried to tell her. Please explain to her about that situation.
First of all, Fred McNair ain't got no scheme. Let's he ain't got no scheme. Okay? He does not have a scheme. Fred is not a play caller. He's not an offensive guru. Fred is just a some coaches have a handprint on the actual game. That ain't Fred. That ain't what Fred do. Like, you know, Fred, he let
his coaches coach.
He let his coaches coach. He just the overseer. That's it.
But break down the defensive coordinator part though. Break that down to for her, man. Please explain that.
I think the last time we saw Coach Bradley from the DC at Jackson as a defense coordinator, it wasn't pretty. He was the DC at UAPB. He was the DC. Alcorn was down 38-21, and they stayed in their cup. Remember they stayed in their cover one, let us come all the way back.
Yeah.
Remember they come in.
That was him.
That was him.
That was him.
That was Coach Bradley.
Oh,
he was DC at UAPB. Okay.
I gotta take some wins off now.
So I would say I ain't gonna knock him. I love Coach Quinn. See that safety coach, Coach Quinn. I love Coach Quinn. That's probably the best safety coach that I've been around. Just hanging around. I mean, not like I've been around a long time, but Coach Quinn he's that guy. But Bradley, I don't know about Coach Bradley to DC.
Was you saying that?
This is what she said. She said Bradley know everything y'all gonna call.
Hold on, Coach Gray.
Please explain that situation.
Hold on, Coach Gray. T, go ahead, man. We got to let my co-host talk.
Go ahead. Go let your co-host talk.
So, did you have these same sentiments about Coach Bradley last year when he was coaching your defense at Alcorn?
Oh, he was coaching my defensive line. He wasn't making no calls. Coach Thomas, the leader of the Crackhead D, everybody get to the rock. He was calling the call. He was calling the calls last year. Now, when Coach Bradley's in charge, I don't know. As a position coach, he did pretty good. But as in charge, making this call, making that call, the last time I see him do that, he wasn't that great. So that's all I can go off of. Now, if you just telling me asking me about his position coach like you doing Coach Quinn, then I have a different sentiment.
So G, are you saying that he need to be on the phone with Coach Thurman right now, stealing some of his stuff?
Coach who?
Thurman. Coach Bradley need to be on the phone with Coach Thurman, taking some of his pointers.
I would. If I was him, I would. I like.
What type of pointers do you need to blitz? Let's just keep it a buck. What type of pointers do you need to blitz?
That's a good point.
You just blitz. Like what?
I mean, but you
gotta have magical.
But you gotta have different blitz packages. You gotta have different blitz packages.
I would steal him if I was Bradley. I would take him from Thurman, some of the blitz practices.
Well, maybe you need to call up Dooley and tell him to
disguise in blitz.
See? Matter of fact, all of the SWAC need to be up calling Thurman, especially the ones that was at the little coaching. What was it that they had?
Mega camp.
Yeah,
Mega camp at Prairie View.
I don't know if
blitz packages because couldn't none of y'all.
Honestly, I think that just was talent.
Was that?
Lord,
I don't know if that was just team against talent.
I think it was
then-
more. I think it
so
was
then-
both.
Yeah,
So
I think it might be a little bit of both. But like she said, I mean, how hard is it just to send blitzes all day?
That is true.
Because Antonio Doyle is still on the edge.
But look,
so is he out talenting? Is that still out talented with Antonio Doyle, Devontae Davis?
She forgetting one key though.
Williams.
Now, she forgetting one key.
Phillip Webb.
Interior, yes. I think Jackson State will have the best interior defensive line in SWAC, but on the outside, I don't trust him. On the edge, that's my question. Now,
but she forgetting one key though. One key to a lot of the wins. One key that was to a lot of them wins.
What's the key?
And he's in Colorado right now. Shador.
Oh yeah, I always said that. It's gonna be about
defense was the main key.
No.
What? Yes, absolutely.
Hold up.
Why do you think we were number one in the FCS?
Why the only G, what's the only reason why y'all lost that game?
Shador, cuz. Shador was good, bro. And I'm talking about as far as being evasive in the pocket. He was real good, bro. I don't even want to think about it.
That's why you guys be talking with double talk, because everybody was like, Shador wasn't even all that. The defense is what.
Oh, I never said that.
We're not going to dispute that the defense, which was number one over all of FCS, fewest points for, I think at the end, towards the end, we are in either we were number one or top three for fewest points scored on our defense. So for people to sit up there and act like our defense wasn't the reason why we were able to win a lot of games, we were able to wear down the offensive line and take down the quarterback, and that definitely caused a lot of issues.
There's some truth in it.
But this is what I'm gonna say. This is why it's different, because I say it's a lot of moving parts. New coaching staff. Bradley's a new defensive coordinator, new offensive coordinator. Don't know who the quarterback is.
We had a new offensive coordinator last year, and the
but y'all still had Shador though.
But
y'all had Shador.
Exactly. You still had Shador.
We still had 3 new offensive coordinators.
I could have called the offense that Shador would look good.
In the defense of what they saying, the main focal point was Shador was the main person that was there. Shador is smart enough to know to figure out, as far as doing the air raid, like, look, this is what we do.
He was having his own, he was calling check downs and everything. That
boy was doing things that you don't see other quarterbacks in FCS or FBS would do. Like,
shoot, me and G could have been an offensive coordinator.
Shador is poised, he didn't get rattled.
He didn't get rattled. Like, you didn't see none of that stuff. Like, even when he took that hit, and even when he took that hit at Alabama A&M, where he got knocked silly, and we figured out that Andrade ain't the dude to carry that offense. We figured that real quick. Nah, we needed Shador out there on that field,
man.
But I'm gonna say this.
I think it's a little bit of both.
A little bit of both. Yeah.
But I'll say this. Like I said, out of all 12 teams in the SWAC, you got 5 schools that returned their starting QB. Everybody else, that's including the good old Alcorn, has a new QB coming up.
Let me say, we may have a new QB. Everybody keeps saying about the new Tyler Macon dude. We don't know for sure if he's gonna start.
I try to explain that. I say Allen's still there. Allen's still there.
We all hoping, and we gonna say he look like the world beater. He like a world beater, but he can get out there and throw 4 interceptions, and we think he gonna be good. Let's just be honest. But I think it's gonna.
But you get what I'm saying. So what I'm saying is, if Fred go in the direction that he don't start Aaron Allen, and he has Tyler Macon coming in, that would be a new starter in the SWAC, especially for Alcorn, because you were for 3 years y'all had Trigger Man.
Yeah.
Y'all was consistent with Felix Harper. That was the thing. Like Jackson State, we was consistent with Shador Sanders. Pine Bluff, Skylar Perry, who else? I mean, even with Alabama A&M, when they had a kill glass, like it was consistency on, you know what I'm saying, as far as with QBs. Now you just don't know who you got. Even with Andrew Body the same way too. You know, like I said, he regressed. But we don't know how we don't know how the season's gonna be until the actual ball is kicked off and
for two of the teams we talked about that's gonna find out who their new quarterback gonna be. Well, 3, and only 2 of them got hella running back rooms, and that's Alcorn and Southern.
But this
Southern's not even in the conversation.
But
when running back room. Hey,
here's the thing,
G,
though.
You better tell her, G.
But why? Because you got Corals.
Southern running back room.
Oh yeah, they Southern shit. They deep. Kobe Dillon. Oh, they got some.
Not getting past. What line are they getting past?
Yeah, all right. Let her sleep, dog.
No.
Let her sleep. Let her sleep. And then look, I'm not even an Alcorn fan, and they got Howard. That's all I'm gonna say, Howard. And they got more than just him, but it's Howard.
But you know,
so when you got a running back room like that, that helps your quarterback if you have a new quarterback.
But like I said, this is what I'm gonna say. This is all I say. It's the consistency of having a returning starting quarterback that knows the system. It could put you over, but if your coach, i.e. Willie Simmons, be willing it up, instead of y'all talking about going 10-1, you go 9-2 for the 3rd year in a row, and your ass missed the damn Celebration Bowl because you got a schedule so damn easy. Your first 4 games, FAMU's first 4 games, I ain't say it's real easy, but it's
hold on. That's kind of unfair to FAMU because you got to think about it. These last few years, they opened up against Jackson State, and they lose to Jackson State, but wait. They lose to Jackson State. Hold up, wait. They lose to Jackson State and win everything else.
Okay.
So how they gonna get to the Celebration Bowl if y'all don't lose?
But here's the thing: whose fault is that for scheduling us for the first game of the season?
That was set in stone before Prime, though.
Okay, then. So at the Orange
No,
Blossom,
it wasn't. It was supposed to be Albany State. And
in the Orange Blossom Classic?
Yes.
No.
FAMU, yes, absolutely. A FAMU alum, she made sure to let Jackson State know that Albany State was the original team for the Orange Blossom Classic. So no, it was not set in stone. Then after Coach Prime was hired, they switched. Why are you saying?
No, that was before Prime.
No, it wasn't. Albany State was supposed to be the one that was playing in that Orange Blossom Classic, and then COVID hit, and then Prime was hired, and then they switched it to Jackson State. Facts.
Ooh,
facts. Hey, that press conference from what I listened to in that press conference, they ain't how they said it. They ain't how they put it out there.
Ooh, hey, she got you, Coach Green. When you listen to the press conference, because when this was set up, FAMU was still in the MEAC. Cause think about it, it was really supposed to be MEAC. It was gonna be a MEAC versus SWAC in the Orange Blossom Classic.
As to why it was Albany State, it was Albany.
They said it's facts. Facts.
All right. I guess my source was wrong, and they FAMU.
I mean, she's FAMU too. So what are we saying here? You can
got two different FAMU fans saying something.
So right there on Twitter, matter of fact, and all this little hoopla and back and forth because we are calling it the Blue Blossom Classic, of course. She pointed out that Albany State was the team that was supposed to be in the Orange Blossom Classic. We were not the first choice. COVID happened. Deion Sanders was hired, and the Orange Blossom Classic made the switch to Deion Sanders and Jackson State University. So,
hey, Coach, I'm gonna bring you down. I'm gonna take you down, Coach Green. I'm gonna talk to G for a little bit.
For sure.
All right. Oh, that was interesting. Hey, man, G. So what's going on with Fred? Because you said on the space on yesterday, you told us, you said if Fred don't get it done this year,
look for another head coach to
okay.
get up.
ooh, it's gonna be a lot of coaches that are on the chop block this year.
Fred in the last year's contract, like they couldn't come to an agreement on extension. So another 5 and 6 years, that'll be what, 3 years, 4 years removed from our last championship.
I think that is a disservice.
That ain't a disservice. That's just the business of college football.
And honestly, let me tell you, it'll be mutual though. It'll be mutual because he turned Alcorn for, you know what I'm saying. So it'll be a mutual. We offered you a contract, you said no. You go out there and have another losing season. We offered your contract before. Now we're gonna go another. So I think it'll be a mutual decision if they.
Come on, Mr. Ford, if you on there, come on in. But if
like people told me last night, ain't nobody gonna fire Fred. They ain't gonna have to fire him.
What's going on, Mr. Ford?
Hello.
You're not asleep over there, is you?
No, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Go ahead on G. I'm listening.
What's going on?
Hey, how you doing?
All right. We're just talking about old Fred. We don't have no
Yeah,
country.
man. Yeah. I know good and well y'all ain't talking about getting rid of Fred.
It'll be a
That's what I said.
if Fred, let me tell you, I got a guarantee. If Fred don't win the West next year, he will not be the coach at Alcorn State University 2024. Guaranteed. And I think it's mutual because he's turned down 2 contracts already. I think Fred honestly kind of getting frustrated with a lot of stuff going on top of this new regime about to come in. I think it's going.
Didn't y'all get a new president?
No, we don't have a new one yet, but we got.
Yeah, I think that's well. The fact that last president is gone, that's going to help out.
Yeah. I think that'll be a helping point. I just think it's going to be real hot if he go 5.
And I heard you talking about Bradley. I still think y'all need an offensive coordinator and an offensive line coach. Because what his name, Elliott Radden, don't get it for me.
Yeah, I think we had to talk about that too.
You hadn't had an offensive coordinator since Ryan Stachek.
I ain't like Stanchek as OC. I don't think we had one since Willie Simmons, to be honest with you.
Well, but the thing about Stachek is he didn't know the air game. He was a
run the ball.
Yeah, he was that guy. What's the guy name at Jacksonville State? He trained under him.
Rich.
Yeah, he was. See, his thing is patience with the running game.
Yep.
But he didn't know how to incorporate the air game. See, he was almost 80% run.
Yep.
And by the way, listen, I expect Jackson State to blow South Carolina State out by at least 2 touchdowns. If they don't, I'm gonna be disappointed.
Oh man. They had me going last night. We was in the Twitter space. I was like, Alcorn to the. I was like, man, the G was down there. He's like, man, let me get up here. Let me talk about talk. I was like, you know what? If Alcorn could go 10-1 in the West, that's saying a lot. That is saying a whole lot right there.
I think 10-1 generous. Being honest with you,
I would say 9-2.
Yeah, I'll be more around. I think 10-2
or 8-3. 8-3 will still get you the West.
Yeah, if I'm just being honest.
Right. Because I'm like,
you go 10-1. Whoo, Lord, because this team's still young. Our defensive line last year, everybody when I started on our defensive line was sophomores last year. All returned. Starting quarterback, if it's Tyler Macon, he got 3 more years. We losing.
That's the key for Alcorn next year is that Tyler Macon.
Yeah.
If he come in and play like he's supposed to, y'all gonna be all right. But he's the key because I watched that Allen kid. He's inconsistent, and you know what? He didn't pick it up in the big games.
Yeah.
He really let y'all down because what they did, like one of y'all was saying, I think it might have been you, Doc. See, people get films on you. And what they started doing to Alcorn was putting 8 in the blocks. You can't block 8. You can't block 8. And so that's when the quarterback got to take it over. And Eric didn't do it. Allen didn't do it.
He made a lot of mistakes.
Yeah, that's why I said that Macon kid is the one. That's the question. If he comes in and play like I think he can, they're gonna be all right. But I still say y'all need an offense coordinator and an offensive line coach.
Yeah, I love the high offensive line coach.
Yeah, and an offense coordinator.
I like when they mix the OC and the offensive line coach together. You know what I'm saying? I think that's 2 separate jobs that need to be.
Yeah, I think so too, man. Because let me tell you something. When you get an offensive line coach, you better hold on to him and better get him a multi-year contract because everybody looking for one.
Yeah.
Well, you tell us we need to blow out South Carolina State. Y'all hear that, y'all?
Listen, if y'all don't blow South Carolina State out by at least 2 touchdowns, I'm going to be disappointed. Because I feel like with all that stuff y'all got coming back and them players y'all going out and getting, listen, man, let me tell you something. See, these people don't know TC. They think TC is some Johnny come lately and he just come on the scene and all that. They're going to find out. They're going to find out.
I was trying to, I couldn't get it out last night. And I'm like, well, TC is a new head coach. But that does not mean that this man don't know what he's doing.
That's what I'm telling you. He's been primed for the job. And by the way, y'all was talking about South Carolina State. Now, somebody was talking about Buddy Pugh. When Buddy first came into the MEAC, he did have a stranglehold. He took over the MEAC because Buddy took the MEAC from Billy Joe. Okay, Billy Joe and Billy Hayes was basically fighting for the MEAC. Billy Hayes went out. Billy Joe went out in 2003. After 2003, Buddy Pugh took over the MEAC. And he reigned over the MEAC until the coming of a guy named Rod Broadway, who came from Grambling, and another guy named Jerry Mack, who came to North Carolina Central. They broke Buddy Pugh's stranglehold on the MEAC. But as far as trying to defend Buddy Pugh, you ain't got to defend Buddy. All you got to do is look at his work records.
Yeah,
Buddy's been dominant, man. He was the dean of MEAC coaches for a long time. I mean, he was calling names and kicking behind, man.
And then what I also said, what I was going to say last night is TC learned from under Jerry Mack.
Jerry Mack. Yeah, TC learned that. Listen, they broke the strike. TC and Jerry Mack won that darn MEAC like 3 years in a row. One year they had a 5-way tie or something. That might have been their first or second year there. And everybody knew then that Jerry Mack and TC and them was going to be a force to be reckoned with, man. And TC was offense coordinator.
Yeah. Also, but I keep telling everybody, TC learned under Big Daddy. Learned under Big Daddy Carson. If nobody don't know about Jack, if you don't know about Jack State football, you don't know about James Big Daddy Carson. Boy, y'all need to go back and look at that. And, and he probably got some tutelage from W.C. Gordon too, because
without a doubt. Now I'm gonna say this: I know FAM is going to be better this year, but I do not expect FAM to beat Jackson. I don't. I don't.
Y'all heard it.
I don't believe that.
Timona, you hear
FAM is gonna be better. Huh?
I just
Timona, did she hear it?
I don't know.
No, I don't expect them to beat Jackson.
You think they're more talented than FAMU, Jackson State?
Well, see, here's my thing. I think the offensive staff that Jackson State has now is better than the one Prime had. I know they are his offensive line. And that's somebody just said something about now. That first offensive line that Jackson State had with Cedric Dunbar and them, that was a weak offensive line. But last year, them boys like Evan Bro and that boy that went to TCU, them dudes was the real deal, man. And that boy that went up to Colorado with Prime them cats was the real deal.
Now, like I said, this offense, and this is I talked to Zoe earlier today. Because he listened to the whole space last night too. He was like, man, if y'all would have got me up there, he said he would have read some people's day rights. But you know how Zoe is though. But you know, Zoe was like, this offense is different because it's more on a run scheme. It is, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be real run heavy, but it's gonna be probably like 53-47 run, and then you know with pass.
Yeah, I think you got better at the offense coordinator position. You got better at the offensive line position. Brett Bartolome can't touch no Maurice Harris. That man that y'all had as offensive line coach can't touch the guy that you got now. Your offensive stat. Now, let me say this about Dennis Thurman. Dennis Thurman is a GOAT, man. I'm just going to be honest with you. That guy's one of the best. One of the things I didn't understand was you took Dennis Thurman up there to Colorado, but you didn't make him the defense coordinator.
Yeah, I ain't like that.
I don't understand that.
I didn't like
Charles Kelly's name ain't bigger than Dennis Thurman's name.
I didn't like that. I was like, man, you Prime, you should have had some. I mean, my whole thing about this, bro, Prime, you could have had a saying in that. Like, you the head coach.
Yeah. We know Charles Kelly used to be here with Georgia Tech. We know him. He was right here at Georgia Tech. Okay, he ain't Dennis Thurman. Okay, let's get that straightened out now. He ain't Dennis Thurman.
Harris said, "What you got to say?"
I disagree. I think FAMU is way more talented. I think FAMU is better coach. I'm not a big fan of Harris from what's called either. I'm not a big fan. I don't think he's ever had to do it by himself before.
Well, he called the plays the last 2 years at Liberty.
Yeah, he was on paper for calling the plays. He didn't actually call the plays. He was.
Were you saying Hugh Freeze called them?
How can I say this? That's what their running back told me. I called around. I talked to their running back, and he said, he basically said it was Hugh Freeze. I don't want to lie on him and say he said he called the plays, but he said it was Hugh Freeze.
What about when Hugh Freeze was in the hospital? He called the plays in the hospital bed?
I'm just telling you what the player said.
Okay.
And also, if he was so good, I think Hugh Freeze would have took him with him.
But he had a chance to go to Auburn.
He just didn't.
He chose to come to Jackson.
I don't believe that. Don't believe it.
Okay. I think Jackson is better at certain parts of that coaching staff. I think they're better. Because I'm going to tell y'all, when everybody was hollering about Prime going to Colorado, I wasn't one of them people. My thing is, I think they're better off. Because, see, my thing is this. It was obvious he didn't want to be there. Because as soon as somebody threw a bag, he was gone.
The first one.
That's what I'm saying. And this guy here wants to be there. This is home for him. So I think they're in a better position. And they shown they can definitely recruit.
It was a fat bag that they threw at him.
Yeah.
But you know what? You get paid. You're not even getting paid like your African American counterpart. Mel Tucker is the highest paid African American FBS coach right now at almost $10 million.
We got to keep in mind now, Mel Tucker's in the Big Ten and he's in that sorry, mediocre Pac-12. Because I'm going to be honest with you, the best thing Colorado can do is get out that Pac-12 and go Big 12 so that he'll have access to Texas.
Yeah.
Because Colorado, I told y'all, Colorado is just like Kentucky. They don't have a lot of football players up there. So the main thing he's got to do is he's got to be able to come into Texas. Remember, Texas got 28 million people. And by the way, Doc, they just announced today that did you know that Dallas, Texas is one of the most indebted cities in America? Y'all up there with New York and
Yeah,
Philadelphia and Chicago. Y'all got a heavy city debt.
yeah, we do.
You did? Yeah, I didn't even know that. I thought Dallas was flourishing and
I mean,
doing
we flourishing, but you know, when
yeah.
it comes to the actual city, man, it's a whole bunch of other stuff going on with this.
Yeah, they was talking about that debt. I didn't know that. Yeah, New York has the greatest debt. And then I think it's Chicago, St. Louis, I think Miami, Florida. The city's got a debt out this world.
Yeah, we'll get it back up. I mean,
Yeah.
we get it back up. You know, that it's crazy. But yeah, man, we was talking about that last night, Mr. Ford. We was on that Twitter space last night. We was talking about it. They was like, well, we'll give Just State 8 wins. Like, what? Is yours, bro?
I mean, y'all drinking the coffee. I don't see. I think they're gonna be, and like Coach Mr. Ford said, I think PC in the future is like it's better for Jackson. I like that they gave a Jackson dude a chance, but next year I'm gonna have to be wrong again because I can't see it.
Well, I think what's happening in the SWAC is we're getting better every year. I still say when they write the history of the SWAC, that probably 2020 season, that started a golden era in the SWAC. And you got all these kids now who want to be in the SWAC. They coming to if they like. Oh, by the way, Doc.
Yeah.
Carlos Brown had the head football coach from Woodrow Wilson in Dallas, Texas. He was on his show today.
Okay.
And one of the things he said, listen, because of the transfer portal, there are top-notch high school seniors who have not signed.
Yep.
And he was saying that the FCS and Division II and NAIA, they can come in and get some. In the past, these kids were definitely Power 5 prospects, but because of the transfer portal, they've been pushed to the side.
Yeah, it's been like that. It was like that in 20 when with the transfer right COVID started and transfer when they gave them the ability where you can transfer and you can still retain that year eligibility.
Yeah.
And start right away. Yeah, that it turned everything over. Like now if you want to win and you want to win now, that transfer portal is the best thing for you to do. Because that means that you can go into the portal and scout and basically scout whatever player that you want and give them an offer. Now, the question is that player going to take that offer? You know what I'm saying? Or they going to commit to you?
But that transfer portal has really hurt the high school athlete, the high school senior. Oh, man. They've been pushed to the side. That's the guy. The reason he was on Carlos Brown's show today, Southern just picked a kid up from Woodrow Wilson, about 6'3", 6'4". He told that he played the kid at linebacker, but he said on the collegiate level, this kid can be made into a strong safety. Because he said the kid is really athletic. Now, according to him, it was Wyoming and some other school was after the kid, and then they just backed off him. They was on him heavy, and then they just shut it down. And that's how Southern was able to get him. Yeah. But he was saying today, it's so many kids in Texas right now who are Division I prospects have not signed. Seniors in high school right now, they have not signed.
I see it like the crazy thing about it too now is I think in the next year or two, like schools like South Oak Cliff, where they put kids in Division I football like every year, like it was nobody's business. It'll waver off. So then now you're gonna have to go to the FCS level and take those offers. But it's not to me, it's not a step down. It's not a step back. It's still 11 on 11 on 100 yards of grass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? My whole thing is if if you go out there and you bust your ass and you play and you good at what you do, they gonna find you.
Yeah.
They're going to find you.
Yeah. Well, one thing, the transfer portal, one of the other things it has done, it's made the products deeper in the junior college ranks. A lot of kids right now, like he was saying today, them kids haven't signed. Those kids got to go to junior college, and these kids are legitimate Division I prospects, but they're gonna have to go to junior college.
Yeah.
They're gonna have to do at least 1 or 2 years in junior college.
Yeah. Yeah. And then if you really want to go out there and play, you have to go the JUCO route. And that's why that's why I said with the kids, don't excuse me, don't be afraid, or don't take the saying that a JUCO is not the route. Even though the JUCO is not the route that you want to go, maybe it's the only route that you have right now.
Yeah. Yeah. Because like he was saying today, I'm serious about that transfer portal. The transfer portal has hurt a high school senior. It has hurt them. Because whereas they might have been taking 70, 80% of high school senior, that thing down now to like 20 and 30%. I'm talking about some really good kids. They not interested. They want kids who are already in college, already on the university campus.
Already been in weight programs. Already.
Yeah, that's right. They want them kids. They do not really want that high school senior.
The best.
Do these kids need to like go ahead and commit? So as soon as they get them offers, definitely like when
if they're a high school senior, they better do something. Because let me tell you something. He talked about that kid today. He said it was several Division I's on that kid, and they all backed off because they picked up some kids from the portal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They backed off that kid, and he's saying that Southern got a serious kid now. He said they got a good kid. This boy is a legitimate Division I player.
I'm gonna say it just like this.
I think it's a lot about administration too. Because
the coaching staff
gonna give you a good 4 years to really rebuild your program to where you can go get some high school kids. Or some gonna be looking at you crazy after 2 years, like you better go get some players out the portal. So it depends on how much rope you got. Too.
Yeah, that's what I always say too. But see, here's the thing about the SWAC. The SWAC fans, especially these championship legacy programs, they are very impatient. So they kind of like gonna force you to go get them transfer portal key people. Because see, kids coming out of high school, they have to be developed. It's a process. And because it's a process, it's gonna take time. And the average SWAC fan or the average SWAC AD and president, they not patient. If you're not rolling after 2 years, they looking at you side-eye.
But
they're ready for you to go.
But here's the thing, though. Does this make you a good coach if you develop these players when they come out of high school? Like, instead of just, if you're getting a player out of the portal, like, it's just a plug, you plugging and playing this dude because you feel like he, know what he doing because he been on that level.
Well, let me give you 2 examples. Now, with what y'all did at Jackson State the last 2 years, that made everybody want to go transfer portal. Because y'all brought in some great athletes through that transfer portal, starting with that James Houston, that Aubrey Miller, the list goes on. But getting back to your point, that's why I say we don't have to talk for Buddy Pugh. Buddy Pugh is one of the best developers and has one of the best processes of taking a high school kid and getting him prepared for the NFL.
Yeah.
Nobody, even on the Power 5 level, very few of those schools are better than Buddy Pugh at South Carolina State. That's why when I say Buddy Pugh, I say greatness, because he takes a kid, small town kid, no stars. He go through Buddy Pugh's program. That kid ready to play NFL football.
You know what Buddy Pugh remind me of on the P5 level back then? It was Gary Patterson when he was at TCU.
And you remember Tom Osborne?
Yeah,
at Nebraska. Tom developed them boys.
Like he'd take a 2-star running back and turn him into a damn all-conference linebacker.
Yeah, yeah.
He'll take a 0-star defensive back and turn him into an all-conference receiver. Like that's the thing. What I'm saying is developing and coaching the kids up. Like
and that's why you have to give Buddy Pugh a lot of credit. You listen. What did you remember the Leonard kid? That kid wasn't no 2-star, 1-star, nothing in high school. The kid that was at the Indianapolis coast, what's his name?
Darius Leonard.
Yeah, go look at his history. I don't think he had no stars by his name. When he came out of high school, he was tall and thin. And then look what they did to him at South Carolina State.
That's
There's a lot of people that he put in.
Yeah.
He developed, like, but that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to be able to. The thing about what TC doing right now, he mixing with the transfer portal, but his man going straight back into the high school rank.
Yeah, he is.
Never seen a man just go like but he comes straight in Texas and offer probably about 50, 60 kids in the state of Texas for 2024.
Right.
Try to get a scholarship. Like, this man know what he doing.
Yeah, he's experienced. Yeah, without a doubt. And by the way, Doc, I saw they said it was over 500 kids at Prairie View, and man, listen, a bunch of HBCU coaches were there. Yeah. The guy from Tennessee State was there. Okay. Dawson Odoms was there. Alabama State was there. Jackson was there. I think Fred might have been there, but there was a lot of black college coaches were there. I think Fred was there.
So Willie Simmons there.
Willie was there. Willie Simmons was there. They had over 500 participants. So that's good for the SWAC. So we know if these kids go Division I or Power 5 and can't make it, they know they got a home in the SWAC because they were seen yesterday. And by the way, too, let me say this. I don't know how long that guy's going to stay. I watched that FAMU Connecticut game today. Guys, let me tell you something. They doing some great things down there, FAMU in baseball. And let me tell you the thing about that. They not funding that FAMU baseball program. That program is underfunded. But I'm going to say this to them FAMU people. Don't give that boy that money. He going to be gone. Because let me tell you something. Jamie Shoup ain't no secret no more. Everybody saw just what I saw today. That man running a great program. And see, the reason he won the SWAC in Atlanta last weekend, he had pitching. Mm-hmm. That's what won him. He didn't have the number 1 or number 2 hitting team. He had deep pitching. And that's what derailed Alabama State. I thought Alabama State had more pitching than they had. Pitching is still the key. Now, don't let nobody fool y'all. Pitching is still the key.
Yeah, my boy Lowe said, boy, if you don't come to Texas you don't need to coach football.
What did he say?
He said, if you don't come to Texas and recruit, you don't need to coach football.
That's true. And see, the thing about Texas is y'all got 28 million, man. Y'all got 28 million people, man. I think the only state got probably more than you would probably got to be California. California, I think, has 38 million.
California got more than us, man. Yeah. But you know, it's some good football. Where's some good football at? That's not in Dallas or Fort Worth or even Houston. El Paso got some good football out there too, man.
Oh yeah, and I heard you shout out Killeen. I had some relatives in Killeen.
Yeah, Mr. Price, he's from Killeen, Texas.
Yeah, I had some relatives. My mother's first cousin, he was career military. What is that? Fort Hood. What's in Killeen? Fort Hood. He retired at Fort Hood. He stayed down there even after he retired. His daughters all went to University of Houston. But yeah, I had some relatives in Killeen. I heard you say something about Killeen earlier.
Yeah, Killeen, Texas.
Yeah, Killeen, Texas.
Killeen, Waco, Austin, San Antonio, Houston. Your best bet is to go to Dallas, Fort Worth, Houston, and then take your ass to East Texas and get some football players.
East Texas. You know, Jay Hobson would go into Texas and get some good boys for Alcorn when he was a head coach at Alcorn. Remember them boys from Texas? They had some serious boys from Texas at Alcorn while he was down there.
Say it again, G.
They call it Beast Texas.
That's right.
Yeah.
You talking about some football out there? Lufkin, Longview,
Yeah, man.
Hallsville, shoot, Texarkana, shoot. Let me try to figure out some more. Dangerfield was one. Tatum was another school, a place where they had good football at. Mount Enterprise, which is a small town, that's where the running back for TCU came from. They got some good football. Then Garrison, Timpson. I could go all of Center, Texas. That I could go all through there.
Hey, and Doc, you were talking about Conley earlier, and one of the things they need for they got to upgrade his wide receiver room. I watched them several games last year. Those wide receivers were mediocre at best. He didn't have the type of wide receivers that he should have being in the state of Texas. I thought one of the things that Coach McDowell and them got to do, they got to upgrade that wide receiver room.
Yeah,
because I saw them last year. They wide receivers were not impressive.
Yeah, I mean, you're a run heavy. You're a run heavy.
Yeah, they would run heavy, but you got to have those wide receivers. You're gonna be in the SWAC because see, those people in the SWAC are gonna score. And one thing about the SWAC, I don't care what nobody say, you're gonna get behind. Because everybody putting that ball in the air, you're going to get behind. And you got to have, even if you are run heavy, your wide receivers got to be ready to go at all times. Mm-hmm. They got, now one thing, I remember when Starcheck was at Alcorn, like I said, he was almost 70%, 80% run. But look at the wide receivers they had when Starcheck was there. Look at them wide receivers.
I like him when Fred Keiss was there.
Who was this wide receivers?
I don't know what wide receiver was, but when Fred Keiss was there, he was more passing.
Warford number 10, Marquise Warford.
Yeah, I remember Warford. Yeah.
Stanchek had Blair. That's the one that's in
Now the Blair was with Starcheck. Now that's the one they cheated out of that catch at the Dome when they should have beat A&T.
Don't remember.
You remember that? And then they talk about he juggled the ball. He caught that ball, man. He caught that ball. That was the second time y'all played A&T at the Dome.
Lord, I almost lost my mind.
Yeah, Chris Blair. That was his name.
Chris Blair, yeah.
Oh, he got.
Then you had another wide receiver from Tennessee that went along with him. He was about 6'5".
Yep. Ray Darius Anderson. Yep. 6'5".
Yeah. Oh, they had now them boys was nice, man. But Alcorn has always had nice wide receivers.
Chris Blair got an NFL trial, don't
he?
Yeah. Was it Green Bay? Where did he go? He went to Green Bay?
No, the Titans.
Titans, okay. Yeah, Chris was nice. He was nice.
To the XFL and he balled out there, even though he should have caught 2 of those passes in the championship game.
Ooh.
Boy, I was like, you know what? I was watching the game. I was like, oh, he about to score a touchdown.
I'm like,
it was in his hands, in his fingertips, and he dropped it. I was like,
drop one like that.
I was like, bro, the game is over with now. It's over with now. But man, it was good to see him out there to play football and stuff like that.
Good kid too. Good kid.
So I saw. So your first 4 games, Doc, are going to be nationally televised. Your game against Southern is going to be ESPN Plus, and your game in Texas is ESPN Plus. Your first game is ABC. Your second game is ESPN. So I'm waiting to see the schedule for HBCU Go. But I saw that today. They had it in the schedule for ESPN. Your first 4 games are nationally televised.
Hold on. Craig just popped up something for me. He asked me, did I hear about Henry going to Dallas? Are we talking about Derrick Henry?
My boy Craig. Shout out to Craig.
Craig Hall from the 3rd Ward.
Hey, Craig, y'all need to get my man, what's the Grambling legend name? The quarterback.
Bruce Eugene.
Yeah, y'all need to get Bruce Eugene as quarterback coach.
Man,
I agree.
Boy, everybody was tuned in for that interview right there.
Man, I want Bruce in the SWAC, bro.
What'd you say? What'd you say, G?
You started some stuff with that one.
Bro, I didn't start nothing. He's like, bro, can I tell you something? I was like, go ahead.
Hey, Doc, you had the platform though, but
yes,
indeed. You got in trouble a little bit though.
That's a legendary.
Why did he get in trouble? That's good content. Why did he get it? I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah, it was good by all means, but I know it was gonna start up some stuff though.
Listen, Doc, you the next Roy Firestone. You remember Roy Firestone?
Yeah, I remember Roy Firestone.
Yeah, you Roy Firestone, bro. Listen, I want you to get the commissioner, and after you get the commissioner, I want you to get Ashley Robinson. And I want you to get FAMU's president so I can ask him some hard-hitting questions.
Boy, Larry Robinson is not want to come on this show right here. I would get AD Sykes on this show before I get Larry Robinson on the show.
Because I want to let him know now. If you don't fund that baseball program, you're gonna lose Jamie. What's his name? Shoop. You're gonna lose him because he's doing a great job, man. That dude's doing a great job.
About, Coach Johnson, Omar at Jackson State.
I love Omar.
Him?
Don't you remember when Omar went undefeated in regular season?
Yeah, he did. Omar
Now he lost the championship to Southern. I love Omar. And Jackson has always had a tradition. See, I remember Dennis Alcorn Boyd. Was it Ellis Burks?
Mm-hmm.
There was another guy. Marvin Freeman.
Ellis Burks is from. Oh yeah, Ellis Burks from he from out here. He from Everman.
Didn't he go to the Colorado Rockies? Where did he go?
He went to the Rockies.
Rockies, yeah. Alcorn Boyd was a Red Sox. He was a Boston Red Sox. Marvin Freeman, was us. He was the Atlanta Braves.
I don't see anything about Derrick Henry going to Dallas, but
Yeah, well, if he does, that's going to be a game changer right there. If he goes to Dallas with that offense, that offensive line, that's a game changer.
I want to try to be best with that interview. It was just a small conversation, man.
Man, I want you to keep them coming.
Yeah, that's an interview, bro.
Yeah, I thought it was a great interview.
I think the interview picked up a little bit, but I think the most traction came when Steve with HBCU Game Day wrote the article.
Yeah.
On it. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, look, I never thought I would be on a I never thought I would be shouted out on a platform that big like that ever. But like
you blowing up, Doc. You blowing up. You blowing up.
You want to? I didn't even have that many views after I finished that interview, bro. It was probably about 500. Like, bro, I'm at like almost 2,000 views off of that.
Yeah, you blowing up.
And I was like, then it was so crazy because I'm looking on Twitter and everybody's like, well, Bruce sounds salty and entitled. I was like, bro, he just said how he felt. Dang.
Yeah.
And it was all Graham fam that was running up on my boy. I was like, man, come on now. He talking about what he said, how he felt. He felt like he could have did better, as being either OC or offensive analyst or even a QB coach or even a recruiter, man. It's all like just give my man a chance.
Hey, can you imagine how good D. Davis would be working with Bruce Eugene? Man, do you know what Bruce could do for him?
Man, don't tell that.
Boy, do you know what Bruce could do for Andrew Body? Do you know what Bruce Eugene could do for Andrew Body?
What?
My thing is, we need him in the SWAC. It might not be a Grambling, but we need him in the SWAC.
Yeah.
We need that kind of coaching in the SWAC.
I'll take him back at Alcorn.
I'll take him. I listen. I hope some SWAC team heard your interview and will hire him. I do. Because what's going to happen is he's going to go somewhere bigger and better, and we'll be talking about, what, we could have had Bruce Eugene.
Could have had him.
We could have had him.
Another person who's going to be on that list too, Kincaid.
Yeah.
Where is he now? He's
at Grambling.
He's still at Grambling, right?
I don't think he's on the staff no more at Grambling.
Yeah,
He's not.
I think he out the staff.
When did they let him go?
I think it was just up recently.
Yeah.
He crazy.
I think a lot of people were talking about that too. That's who I need to interview next.
Yeah.
He from the house. He from the cribs. He from Dallas, so I need to interview him next.
So who took his job as quarterback coach?
The Tony Hull.
Tony Hall.
Oh, Tony. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
I need to go. I'm gonna try to hit a Kincaid. Hey, bro, I need to come on, get this conversation going, man.
I'm gonna say this. I know when they go to New York or New Jersey, wherever they're going, baby, they better have it together. Because I'm gonna tell you, Hampton gonna try to embarrass them. They better have it together. Because like I tell everybody, now Hampton not gonna win no CAA, but if they were in the MEAC, they would do very well. They got some athletes up there at Hampton.
Oh snap! Hey, G, what we said last night about A&T? I said we probably give him a 3. Gave him a 3 win.
Yeah, that's right. You right. Y'all right. Y'all are absolutely right.
Oh, man, give you 3 wins.
Yeah. Y'all about right too.
He said give you 3 wins, bro. He's like, well, we at least get 4. I said, bro, y'all getting 3 wins.
3 wins. You got to walk out of there with your head held high.
Yeah. After Villanova beat on your head and Richmond beat on your head, William and Mary beat on your head.
But I ain't playing William and Mary, boy.
They not playing William and Mary. William and Mary in the CAA, right?
Yeah, they ain't playing them this season.
Oh, okay, okay.
Look at they ain't playing them boys right there.
Yeah.
Man. But we gonna shut this down right here, man. I think
that's Mr. Mona.
I think she's still on the road.
She's still on the road. I was gonna tell her son happy birthday.
Okay, I'll let her know.
Happy birthday.
I'm gonna text her. What you got? Hey, Jamie, what you got for us for no slack in the SWAC?
Hey, SWAC smoke on Thursdays. As usual, we coming up on the 100 episode. It's going down. It's coming soon, so make sure y'all tune in with me and my boy Sewell SWAC Talk on YouTube on Thursdays at 6:00, man. That's what we got. And I think Sewell's got an
Let me ask all of y'all a question. I keep saying that we need to visit that ACC model, and I'm saying that every time you win a championship in the SWAC, you need to be compensated. What do y'all say about that? Because it was Alabama State just won the Commissioner's Cup. I feel like they should get 50 G's. Somebody won the women's championship. Who was that, Doc? Who won the Henry Sadie McGee Barbara Jacket Award? Who won that?
Wasn't it damn, it was just on the tip of my tongue. We was talking about
who won the men's the C.D. Henry Award?
Yes, they won the C.D. Henry Award.
Who won it?
Jackson State.
Listen, Jackson should get 25 G's for that. What y'all think about that? I think they should be compensated for having these championships.
Yeah, that'll be nice.
Because that's what the ACC is saying. The ACC is saying now, your payout is going to be based on the number of championships you win. And I'm saying that's what the SWAC needs to do.
Sure, they pay out. Is that just basically on football? Because
all of it.
All of it.
See, I ain't with this stuff about Mississippi Valley should get the same payout as Jackson State. I'm not with that. If Jackson State gonna win all these championships, they payout need to be bigger. And then don't come telling me about Mississippi Valley ain't got but so many million. Cooley won down there. Lafayette Stribling won at Valley. So go out and get another Cooley and go get another Lafayette Stribling.
I think they got another Cooley coming in to play with.
What about a Stribling? They got a Stribling coming?
No, ain't no Stribling coming. ain't no Lafayette Stribling coming down the pipeline anytime soon.
They got to find one.
They got to find one, but they got a coach that's closer to Cooley with
Because remember not, Doc, before Deion Sanders came into the SWAC, Alcorn was ruling the football, and they don't have no big budget, do they?
No.
We're third to the bottom.
That's what I'm saying. And y'all won the East 6 years in a row, didn't you?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's about going to getting the right folks.
Yeah. That is true on that.
Let's get the right people.
That's true. That's true. Man. Oh, you still open my bet, bro.
So when we gonna knock it out, bro? We gotta knock it out.
What? Hey, it'd be a Swag of the Food OverDrive collaboration, man.
Do it, bro.
Cause I got to get J Max on there too, cause he been. I'm coming for all comers. Him and Al. I ain't ducking this smoke right here.
Just let us know, bro. Let's set it up.
Got Blue up in here. Yeah, we up late. I started late at 8 o'clock because I ain't get off until 7. So shoot. Now the missus
is Blue on here?
Yeah, he just popped
He
up.
just checked in.
Hey, Blue, who called them plays at Liberty? Did Maurice Harris call the plays, or did what's that man's name? Hugh Freeze called the plays. Who called the plays?
You know, Blue gonna tell you everything.
Who called the plays, Blue? What'd he say?
He ain't say nothing yet.
Oh, okay. Because I thought Maurice Harris called the plays the last 2 years.
That's what I thought too. For
Yeah.
Did he put anything in there yet?
Nah, not yet.
Okay.
Hey, G, my uncle said we need to do a game day show.
Let's do it. I'm down to do it. I'm down to do it.
I'll do it, man. I'll do it. Sure, I'll be here at the house.
And Blue, by the way, how many games is A&T gonna win?
Hey, Blue said 3. No, Blue said at least 4.
He said A&T's gonna win 4 games. How about Hampton?
Nah, we said Hampton gonna get blown out.
Hampton.
But Hampton will beat Grambling. Will they beat Grambling Labor Day weekend, Blue?
Nah, we said Hampton ain't winning that game.
They not beating Grambling.
They ain't beating Grambling.
Okay.
Now, if that was a couple of years ago, then it would have been a whole different story.
I don't see too many wins for Hampton. Grambling can't play with them though.
Huh?
I say Grambling can't go down there and play with them.
That's what I'm thinking too. Because usually now Hampton has some athletes. They go get some ball because they got nice facilities. And then the way that Hampton, Virginia is situated, they can come to Atlanta, they can go to Philadelphia, New York, DC. They can get players from everywhere.
Yeah. We'll see, y'all. But I know one thing, the missus looking at me talking about we gotta go watch a movie.
Did he say anything? What did he say about
he said Hugh Freeze called the plays.
Oh, Hugh called him?
Yeah, Hugh Freeze called the play, but he said he got A&T at 4 wins, and I think Hampton finishes at 1-10.
Oh man. Yeah. And that's Grambling. Who is the one? Is that one Grambling?
I don't even think they're Grambling. I think that's don't
Who
they got North State one?
Oh yeah, they got North State. They do.
That's the one.
Oh, that's the one. Okay.
Oh Lord, man, the business look. We gotta watch the movie tonight. It's movie night tonight. So
when you coming back, Doc?
Monday.
Monday. Okay.
Monday.
All right. Listen, y'all have a good night.
All right now.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Ford.
All right. Have a great one here.
All right, G. I'm gonna hit you up so we go and get that.
I get out now.
So we get that. We get that stuff going on.
Yeah, let me know. We can knock that out.
Bet. All right, y'all. So like I said, we about to call it a night. Make sure that y'all tune in on Monday. Try to figure out some stuff to talk about. But as always, thank y'all for joining us on Saturday night. Saturday Night Live, HBCU Saturday Night Live. With myself and Shelovesthee. She's on the road as always. It was, to me, it was funny. It was interesting. That's the new Skip and Shannon right there. Skill. but but y'all make sure y'all like the stream, comment, share, subscribe. Make sure that you hit everything as a notification bell to get everything HBCU Overdrive. Make sure that you check out the 2 tiers for the for the channel, purple and blue, and excuse me. Other than that, man, Willie gonna willie it up, and for my boy G, them big bad Braves, and for all my JSU fam up in here, Jackson State, JSU by 40. I'm your boy Doc Holiday. We'll be back on this thing next week, y'all. Peace.